Hello, hello, and welcome along to episode 3 of Elsewhither, Tales of the Unchained. Episode 3 is entitled Where the Wild Things Are. Anybody remember what episode 2 was called and what happened?
Something to do with the road?
It was something to do with the road.
A road well traveled.
Road well traveled, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Who wants to give me a recap? I think Jack is excluded. And I think Rico, did you do last week's?
No, but I can do this week's, I suppose. I think Josh did last week's, no?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
Josh
right.
did most of it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, sir. That's what happened last week.
I will try. Because I watched the VOD a couple of days ago.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right. Yeah, you were there as well, right?
I was also
Good.
there.
Okay, good. I was just like, if I just asked somebody for a recap and they didn't attend, make sure he's done his homework. No, good. Okay, fantastic. That's what happened last week.
So we started off the session in the aftermath of a fight with some bandits whom we dispatched, and we had a short conversation regarding the killings we may have committed in self-defense, and came to discover that nobody among us had ever killed a person before, but had dispatched and dealt with various beasts and whatnot. I think Velzekis also mentioned that he had hurt some people before and wasn't sure what had happened because he hadn't stuck around to find out, but we're all going to go with we've never killed someone before today.
Okay.
And then, so when we basically continued on our path towards the dragons / perhaps this bandit camp, and we came upon a bunch of people on the way. The first of which was a guy named Julian. He was a halfling, and he was stuck in the middle of the road, being blocked by a large dead log. And he was arguing with some sort of like little. Was she a gnome or was she some sort of like sprout?
She was a forest gnome.
Dryad or something. Okay, she was a forest gnome.
Yeah.
Who refused to help her basically and offered us a reward for assisting him in his plight. And so we decided that we were, because we wanted stuff. And Pietro had the bright idea to try to excavate the earth underneath the log to sort of just sink it, which sort of like, I guess, perturbed this forest gnome, who ended up being a very powerful druid, evidently, because she, with her magics, lifted the log with ease and flipped it over the side of the road. And yeah, we dealt with this Julian chap. He gave us some samples of his wares and also a bag of spices for Rhea to make delicious meals with. Refer to my notes a little bit here. What else happened?
Then he disappeared.
And then he disappeared. Yeah, he left. He was just like, okay, bye. I'm going to Mazrea.
Well,
And then
he had an invisible card, is what Jack is referring to.
yes, that's right. And then a little further down the ways, we came upon a man who was obviously a cleric, and introduced himself as such, a cleric of the Constellation, and gave his blessings upon us and offered his aid. And then he also became a little bit perturbed upon finding out that our resident cleric did not worship the Constellation, but in fact worshipped one of the aspects of the moon, whose name I can't remember right now. She's the mother, Gacelia, sure. But I don't know, he was a cleric anyway, so he wasn't going to fight us about it. But he offered us some wares as well. I think we picked up a couple of potions off of him, I think, and some healing salves. Or he offered the healing salves, I don't know if we bought
I think
it.
you might have actually just decided that the potions were too expensive, but I do think that healing salves were given.
Okay, sure. And warned us about some more dangers up the ways that he had dealt with. But then we were just whatever, we continued. Somewhere in here, a short conversation came about between Velzekis and Pietro about the Constellation member Sebastian and how he came to be. A throwback to Josh's original character. And that was nice. We also discovered that Vilzek has spent some time in Baldania. And then I think at that point we decided to set up camp for the night. And so we did. And while we were set up at camp, this guy came and was just like, "Have you seen my horse?" And we were just like, "No." And he explained to us that he had just bought this horse because his old horse passed away, and his old horse was like his bestest friend in the whole world. And now he had this new horse who obviously didn't give a shit about him.
Pretty much.
But he was pretty down and out. And along with the horse running away, all of his wares, his merchant wares, were taken with the horse. And so he was very down and out. And I think he asked us if he could sort of just like set up camp close to us because he was like scared and lonely and hungry. And we offered him some food and respite. But we didn't let him set up camp within our camp. He had to like hang out next to us. And then in the middle of the night, just so happened that his horse wandered into camp looking for food. And so Pietro and Boxo sort of assisted in wrangling the horse and waking up Hoshar, the guy's name was. And la-di-da, Hoshar was reunited with his horse and all was okay. It was okay. It wasn't great because his wares had mysteriously disappeared and the horse was...
He had his wares. He had started off with his wares in the saddlebag.
He had half of them though, and then
the other half was so what he didn't have was any food, any.
That's right.
Any
that's right.
Clothing,
he had his merchant wares, but not his supplies for survival.
Right.
But anyway, we slept through the night and woke up and had a lovely breakfast, and he was very, very impressed with Raven's cooking, and very, very thankful. And so we basically agreed to let him sort of like follow us for a little bit down the road until we came to a point where we had to part ways. But luckily, before that even happened, we stumbled on a bunch of bandits who were in possession of Hoshar's belongings. And so we had a bit of a conversation with them where we sort of like, condemned them for being asshole bandits and so on and so forth. And they were very, very like, world is so hard and everything is going wrong. And we were just like, do better, man. And so we convinced, I think, all of them, or most of them at least, to do better and to turn away from the bandit life. One of them agreed to accompany Hoshar back to, I think, Mazrea he was going to sort of get his shit together. And then the other ones were just like, yeah, we're not going to be bandits anymore. And so that was nice. And then a little later in that day, we came up upon another bandit in another horse-drawn carriage who was stuck, this time because of a hole in the ground, which was obviously a pit, like some sort of trap that was dug out by the bandits along the road. And I actually don't remember how we helped him.
Fix his cart.
So many merchants. That's right, we fixed his cart.
Specifically, Toothy fixed his cart.
That's right, Toothy just was like,
wood carving?
He banged on the wheel until it was fixed, basically. That's how that works.
That's how that works. Yes.
In video game animation.
That's what I was saying. Like, just that's the animation. Ching, ching. And then I don't recall if anything happened after that.
So there was a bandit camp that had been abandoned that Boxo discovered, where they brought you scrolls.
And he really, really badly wanted to take the very, very large tarp that they had used.
And you did. You unnailed it all, and you have a 40-foot tarp, so to speak, with camouflage. Or 60, I think it might have been 60 foot, actually, you're correct. Yeah. I was trying to work out how many pounds it weighed. But of course, the highlight of the entire session, Rico, was you found a bridge that wasn't whole.
That's right. Oh, of course, we found a bridge that was broken. And there was a fellow there with his, I guess, his partner, his wife, perhaps.
Hopping in a glide.
And he was basically like, this was my bridge, and then some assholes like smashed it because I was trying to charge them to cross it, and then we found out that those assholes were the gentleman from the first session.
The Band of the Dragon.
The Band of the Dragon, yes. Something Dracarys. And so he tried to also charge us to ferry us across this river, and most of our group was just like, nah, mate, and fucking jumped and flipped and teleported and crossed the bridge in all manners of ways, except being ferried. But Raywin and Pietro felt bad for the guy, so we tossed him a copper shard and fucking allowed him to ferry us across the river.
Yeah. You did, and with that you guys were able to sort of start moving up into the hills. I just want to bring your attention to one little thing. This is the cast list. I've been updating it, and I've now done a thing where you can click on the thing, and it will open the thing. So if you click on the names, it will open the relevant...
Oh, look at all their names.
so that if you keep any information in the handouts, or there is any information in the handouts, you can find it. However, in doing so, I noticed that the bard in session 1, who was doing all that singing, who is inspired by a real human, by the way, if you want to look up Merrigan the Bard or Merrigan the Harpist on Twitch or YouTube. But I didn't hand out the handout. So
she was the first bard.
That was the first bard who was
the one that didn't know
write
it.
songs for Kirzan. And she'd basically just been in this tavern playing music. But I just realized I hadn't handed it out. So now there's a handout thing on the handout thing. Look at that. It should update itself every week if James remembers. New NPCs. But alas, no NPCs on this road. Finally, you've got rid of Hoshar, you've got rid of anyone and everyone who might possibly have been following you around, and it's just the 5 of you on the road. It's about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. Something a little lower in the sky, but there's still plenty of day left for the traveling. What are we up to? How are we feeling? You've just come across the bridge. Yeah.
How is everybody?
A bit more concerned about the rival group we just made. How much of
Why
the
would
road?
they break? Yeah, why would they break that bridge?
I don't know. They do realize they have to come back this way, right?
Perhaps their misguided way of creating work for all these bandits who wanted to build a road in the first place.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
No, it's not.
It's not?
You never create good things by destruction. Just a waste of time. They could have built something else instead.
Oh yeah, that's
Very
true.
impressed if they realized they had to come back this the same way. They did not seem to be the brightest of characters.
Yeah, I guess so.
But this means that they're ahead of us.
That's alright. Many have gone and tried before us. That doesn't mean, doesn't mean we're not going to be able to go and save the dragon and do the thing and, be the people that save the day.
Well, if they're making the pathway a bit more difficult, shouldn't we be concerned that when we get to the dragon's lair that maybe they make that even more difficult for us to traverse?
That's alright.
We make it there in the first place.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's one point. We'll overcome any obstacle. We overcame that the destroyed bridge. We all
did.
had our ways.
Some of us
We'll
hop.
do it quickly.
Yeah, maybe we could do it more quickly.
So
We
maybe
might
we...
not. No, sorry, please.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go
That's
ahead.
just the internet. No, go.
Oh, I was just going to say for us to pick up the pace, maybe.
Well, one thing we might do is Stop spending so much time passing out handfuls of silver to bandits and misguided nitwits along the road.
Okay. It wasn't misguided, because look, we just changed the minds of several bandits, and they're on their way to bigger and better things.
I thought it was just one that said they would do better.
That's besides the point. There were others that were changed with our kindness. That's the point I'm trying to get across.
Yeah, isn't that kind of like killing a bandit? If you remove a bandit, then there's no more bandits. But like, you don't have to kill him. You just make it so they're no longer bandits, and then it's the same thing.
Exactly. And if we come across the other bandit who did take the silver and decided to continue being a bandit, then we can just kill the bandit by actually killing the bandit and take the silver back.
Yeah. Although I don't really want to kill any more people. I didn't really like
No.
that.
This is just like worst case scenario.
Speaking of bandits, we have stolen the timepiece that we may or may not procure for the man-demons.
The timepiece.
You were given a quest.
Oh, yeah,
to find a pocket
Look
watch.
for it.
The watch.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Pietro and his fucking...
It's like the
Yeah.
time what?
Yes, but you would know that is further along your path behind a waterfall.
Ah.
Yeah, they keep talking about this waterfall and this thing.
You
You
do know
guys
that
worried
the
about-
bandit's name is Darmian.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
suppose
guys
we should
worried
decide
about-
whether or not we're gonna do this task in the first place, or just make a beeline for the dragon's lair.
Nah, we got to do it.
We said that we would help.
We did say that we would help. And also, if we take care of them now, they won't be a problem later.
I must admit I'm torn, but between haste and the intimations of some power that this bandit has,
Yeah, they
I
said
will make the
that he,
decision
like,
for us, so we go to the bandit then.
Yeah, he could do stuff. What could he do?
some sort of glowing skull.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that sounds
Bloody
fun.
hell, that frightens me.
I wonder the nature of his magical prowess. Perhaps if we decide to tussle with these folk, we do about so more intelligently.
Okay. Boxo, what do you think we should do?
As you ask him, he looks like a deer in headlights, like putting the responsibility on him. I think we should help. We promised we would help. I don't think we should break that. But like, as he talks to you, he can't quite keep his eye contact. He keeps like darting from side to side.
Yeah.
Then I suggest we gather some information on them. Boxo seem to be quite adept at sneaking around and know your way around the forest, eh?
I mean, I grew up in a desert, so...
A good man. You're just the person for the job.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to... yeah, I could try when we get closer.
When we get closer.
Rayowen's just gonna give you a gentle pat on your head, Boxo.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with that, Pietro will just stamp his cane on the ground and start walking. Whether you follow him or not.
Yeah, let's all turn around.
Yeah, we just go the opposite way.
At the moment, there is only one path, and as far as you're aware, the bandits are going to be on the path to the dragon. That is at least where they had ostensibly set up. As you continue down this path, it's a bit windy. The wind begins to pick up a little bit. Sort of blowing a few leaves and bits of grass. The path. Does anybody have proficiency with a herbalism kit?
Can't remember if I kept that or not.
I'm pretty sure you must keep it. It is part of your
Oh, right.
your character base
Hey, I have that.
Yeah, you do. And as you are wandering along, you will notice that by the side of the road, and please forgive me, I have no idea where herbs really grow. Or what herbs would grow where. But you do find a large patch of parsley. I think you could just find parsley growing by the road. I don't think that's too out of sorts. But if I tell you that you find a paprika plant, then feel free to laugh at me.
That would be pretty good, actually.
Yeah, you should be able to add this in D&D Beyond if you wish. You can collect up to a pound of parsley. When collecting cooking herbs or alchemy herbs, I suggest adding just one to your inventory and then editing the weight by clicking customize and then changing the weight to 1 pound. Alternatively, you can just add one and then leave it and I'll fix it.
So would I find that in like the ingredient thing? I'm a bobber.
I think you can just write parsley.
Oh, I can.
Help.
Oh, yes, I can.
I've done it all correctly. Yeah, you should see I write parsley, and there it is. Isn't that exciting?
It's exciting. She's just gonna nibble on a piece of it and then hand one over to Tooth and Claw.
Oh, what is it?
It's good. It's
Yeah?
parsley. It's parsley. It just adds a bit of flavor.
Oh, is it? No, I only like Nepeta.
You like a whata?
I only like Nepeta.
What's a Nepeta?
Nepeta. It's the, you guys have a word for it. It's, we catfolk like it.
Are you talking about catnip? Okay, well, this isn't that.
Oh,
But still try it. Just have a taste.
I take it. I give it a sniff. I'm like, I sort of rub it around my face.
She's just
It's not for me, mate.
all right. She's just gonna take it from you.
Yeah. You continue up the hill a little way. You come to a bit of a more rocky mountain area. You can hear the trickle of water. You can hear the trickle of water down, but no. Okay, well, you can see the map now, right? Can everybody see the map? That's great,
Yep.
but the music didn't
Yep.
happen. You hear the trickle of water. No, I can't make it do a thing. Eventually, it's going to start playing you some water, and then you'll believe me. But in the meantime, you come to this area, and there's sort of like lots and lots of different. There's no obvious path. There's just lots and lots of little ways throughout there.
Do we hear or see any sign of a waterfall?
No, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds more like
Like running water, like a little
running-
river?
like a little
Creek?
river, yes.
Little brook.
Trickle.
I mean, I don't know that Pietro would be all that concerned of just walking.
Wait up, mate.
Oh. Oh no, I already forgot how to do this. Hold on.
Click and drag.
There we go.
Alternatively, you can click on it and then just right and left arrows.
Yeah.
Quick
Oh.
question, since just only because we're on a battle map. Do we still get the +6 to max HP from
There, please.
breakfast?
Oh,
We
yeah,
should,
if
right?
you've still got it. You
Yeah.
get it till the end of long rest.
I'm gonna throw it.
Ah.
As
I must have
you-
done something to my sheet.
I may have accidentally long rested you
No worries.
when I was fixing stuff. So
Yeah.
if
No
anybody
worries.
has things missing or has gained stuff they weren't expecting, I apologize. We did a wholesale change that will mean absolutely nothing to any of you guys. But TLDR, I think we should be trying to ignore all the new content. Basically, it's all that's really happened, and the tokens have been built to reflect that. So,
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, the only exception that I've found is that I can't make the inspiration go back to the old inspiration. So it now says heroic inspiration. But we don't give that out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As you get to there, Toothy, give me a perception check, please.
Yeah, no worries. It's an 11.
11. You hear a faint sound. You're not sure if it's rumble of thunder, but it's not raining. There's no storm going on. Sounded like a low, thunderous rumble.
Thunder in the distance. Maybe a storm's coming.
If we look up, is there any dark clouds or anything
No,
like that?
not in the slightest. A fairly pleasant day. Oh, drawing lines.
Can we see anything in the distance?
No, you can't see anything, but you can give me a perception check, all of the rest of you, as you attempt to hear this thunder that Toothy just called. Perception check for hearing, if this makes any.
23 for me.
Okay.
21 for...
Boxo's got
Pietro.
fucking ear telescopes. Got it. Yeah, so anybody who got over
That's like
19
shit.
will hear this very low sort of... and we'll be very, very aware very quickly that that is sure as hell not thunder. But it sounds like the biggest frog you have ever imagined.
That can't be. It sounds like a frog.
A
frog.
big
And-
one.
At that moment, Toothy will tell you that looks like a frog. As it leaps out of the water towards you.
Oh, shit.
I
there
remember
it is.
those.
And you can roll initiative, please.
Oh,
It's so sweet, it's going to kill me.
damn it!
Guys, the battle music is no longer volumetrically balanced, so I'm sorry if some of it's way louder than other shit. But you'll get over it.
Hopefully it doesn't spam roll it, because I clicked once and then it went wild. Alright, there we go.
Oh,
Stop
wow.
it! Stop it! Why is it doing this?
It happens sometimes. Don't worry about it.
You add them
what,
all together. Your initiative.
what does matter is poor Velzekis. Because it is not you guys' turns first. Give me a second. I'm doing like 100 things. I'm moving this to roll 20 on the screen. Okay, cool. And then this one just comes out from behind the hill, catches you by surprise. Rah! And is going to attempt to bite you, Velzekis.
Things
Seven.
happen. Well, not
Assuming
gonna
it's-
do it.
No, 7 misses. Cool. Velzekis, as this large frog lands right the fuck next to you, what do you do?
Yeah, I don't like him. So I would like to destroy him, if at all possible.
Okay, that sounds pretty accurate. How are you doing so?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. These are, I'm like, which things have I used yet or not, and how hard is today going to be? It's the afternoon, right?
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I guess my only question that I actually care, like in terms of making that stupid resource management decision, is this is like a little tiny stream. Do we think this is where the river's going to be the waterfall?
You know this is not a waterfall. No waterfall
Okay.
nearby. It's a little, I mean, it's a miniature stream. It's like
Sure.
3 foot across.
Well, that's kind of what I thought, but I just wanted to make sure that that wasn't a graphical misrepresentation. So let's see. I shall turn toward him, and I sort of wave my hand flat like this, and as I do, in it appear 3 little. They just look like blowgun darts, little like spikes with a fluff of feather at the back. And they appear, and then I wave my other hand over them, and they disappear. And they appear, once again, literally embedded into the frog as I cast
Nice.
magic missile.
Now roll me a 3d4 plus 3, assuming that you're throwing all 3 darts at the same guy.
Yes, all of this froggy frog. Oh, well, the little button here.
You
just
can also click them all 3 times. That's fine too.
So a 252 for
Okay.
9 total.
Creature is wounded, and he sort of just lets out the loudest crack right at you, as he seems furious at this turn of events. And then there's a horrible moment where you notice that he tries to pull them out with his mouth. So he reaches down to try and pull the,
And then, of course,
the
they'll
magic
just
missiles
disappear
out, and they
again.
just vanish just before he gets there. And then he just looks at you, croaks really loudly, and opens his mouth wide.
Yeah. I just don't know that it's worth burning much to get away from him because he's just going to be able to catch me anywhere, probably.
Cool.
So I think I'm good.
Okay, Toothy. It's the Tooth and Claw.
That's alright, I have a plan for that anyway. I'm gonna run up.
You okay?
And I'm gonna bait and switch.
You okay?
So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna
Can you
swap places with you, Velzekis, and I
Oh,
think,
what's this?
and as long as you're willing,
Yes, yes.
you get, provided you spend it, yeah, the movement, Christmas, movement. I switch places, so I'm gonna, instead of going here, I'm gonna go up there, and then I'm gonna switch places with you.
Cool.
So I go here, and you go where I was, and you gain 4 to your AC.
Excellent.
It's the very last paragraph. In 5 hit greater return, you can spend 1 superiority die in such place that creature provided you spend at least 5 for the movement with the creature's body under the capacity. This will provoke opportunity attacks, and until the start of your next turn, you or the other creature of your choice gains a bonus to AC equals the number rolled. Cool. So Valtekis has some extra AC, and you're in here, but you still got action and bonus action. That's pretty fucking cool. I like that.
No, I think that. You sure?
Yeah,
I think performing this action. Oh, okay. I thought it took my action.
No.
Sweet.
Hey,
Alright
switch,
then.
it says you can spend a superiority die. The rally expends a bonus action. This one doesn't seem to expend anything. It's very cool.
Yeah,
It
cool.
obviously expends your
Alright,
superiority
sweet.
die, and you've only got 1 or 2 of those, but yeah,
Yeah.
very cool. I like that.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Then I'm gonna shove my spear in its face.
You should do that. It's got its mouth open right now. Just shove away.
Got a 25 to hit.
Oh, 25 hits.
I got a 9 piercing damage.
Yep. You've got the spear in one hand and a shield in the other, correct?
Shield. Yep.
Yeah.
And
you
also
tuck the
should have
spear-
my aura.
Yes. Why do?
So
What's
everyone
your
within 10
current
feet.
hit points?
With the bonus, it's
No, without the
18.
bonus.
Without the bonus, it's 12.
Okay, I'm gonna change your HP on the page for a second. Update.
Yeah, no worries.
Token. Save. Now I'm gonna put you back to that 18. Okay.
So your AC is actually 1 more than the +4. It's actually +5.
Cool. That frog, as it opened its mouth wide to get Belzekis, it reached out and suddenly, standing before it, was a very sort of proud warrior looking tabaxi who just shoved a spear right up through the inside of the roof of its mouth and into its brain, and it died.
Oh.
Poor frog.
Holy shit.
Yeah, poor frog.
A wasted
Lucy, you
superiority
done?
die. Yeah, I'm
Yes,
done.
no, it was very cool.
It was cool. Yeah, I'm done.
Boxo. Or Hufflepuff, if you prefer. He's wearing his Hufflepuff hat.
I was
Okay, I've got to
gonna
use
say what?
all of my movement to get here, and then I will
Get where? Oh, okay.
to get
You've let go
here.
of the token then.
And then I will like manifest my psychic blade like above the toad's head.
Frog. Don't want to offend you.
Sorry,
That's
frog.
misconception.
My apologies. That is an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Cool. That is 5 psychic damage. And that is
Anything
my
else?
turn.
Cool, Rowan.
Hold on, I checked my distance. Let me check it again. Okay, yeah, I can stay right here. So she's just gonna kind of move her hands and mutter to herself, "Guide my hand, Mother Goddess," and she's going to cast Guiding Bolt at the frog.
Okay, roll to hit.
And do. Please don't spam. Hey, 22.
22 hits.
All right. And then for radiant, that'll be a 13 damage.
So this frog approaches once, and then Boxo's dagger sort of manifests above its head and hits it. And then just as it's about to make another leap, the literal light of the gods just blasts through it. And it just tumbles back down the hill, completely dead. Congratulations. You've defeated some giant frogs. Isn't that nice? You may take 20 experience each.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you sort of notice this river running down. You notice this sort of little river running down, and you wonder that perhaps there might be other streams. There might be other streams, other frogs nearby. Might be other streams nearby, but the frogs are probably a closer concern.
I think I was going to ask if everyone was okay, but I think we handled that pretty bloody well.
I think that went pretty well.
You must be familiar with these creatures. I've never seen such a thing before.
Oh, me? Oh,
A lot of you took to action so quickly. I just stood there like an idiot.
Nah, you weren't like an idiot. You just stood there like you were concentrating really hard.
You did great. You looked stoic.
Yeah, that's
Had
a
an
good word.
aura about you.
Yes, I've been told I have this effect on people.
Are frog legs a delicacy in D&D world as well?
Can be.
Giant
These
frog
would be
legs might
huge,
make for a
yeah.
pretty decent.
Like a turkey leg?
Exactly. I was about to say it's like the equivalent of having a turkey leg instead of a chicken leg. It's big. Anyone know where my river's gone? Oh, where my river sound went. I had it and then it just vanished. I pressed
I
play and then it
was like,
deleted
it's over
itself.
It's still in our hearts, James.
I don't think it ever played. It just vanished.
Do you think there might be more around here?
Yeah, maybe.
This seems to be their home.
Then let
never
us
seen-
move quickly.
Yeah, I've never seen a frog like that. I've seen little gnarled horny toad type creatures, in the desert, but like nothing like that. Not that big, at least.
Did they sound like thunder too, or did they have a different sound?
They make a little weird like gurgle noise.
Oh. Well, that's disconcerting.
No, it's fine.
So are we just gonna move closer and closer? I guess that's what we're doing.
Like,
Okay, I will expedite this process. Don't move.
Okay.
As you get down to here,
cool.
Wow.
We
there.
move so
Could
fast.
have done
Yes.
that.
As you get down to here, you look to your right, which would be down to this shore,
Okay.
and you see 5 or 6 of these frogs chopped up. And they've definitely taken wounds and been killed. Not only have they been breaking the bridges, they've been stealing your experience.
Fuck.
Oh, me.
Now that's something I
Well,
cannot
do we know
accept.
for sure it was them? Are they
No,
like?
no, you haven't got a clue who did this. But you can imagine in your minds, especially as they've been annoying
I mean,
you.
can Pietro sort of like if we're gonna check them out, can you sort of have a look around and like try to figure out how they were like killed if they were?
As
you
you
know.
move down here, just very, very gently, you just feel at the back of your head of some rain. And although there were no big thunderclouds, wow, that sounds like fucking gushing now. Yeah, there was just, there just began the very lightest of rain from a couple of clouds. Begins to pattern. And although no thunder is imminent, it is going to rain. The rest of your journey, you would imagine, or the rest of your day even. As you go over there, give me an investigation check or a medicine check, your choice. Alternatively, you may elect somebody to assist you or make that roll in your stead, if either one of those is not your thing.
I don't mind having an investigation check here. How about a 13?
Okay, in that case, I would assume that Raewyn is probably the best for the medicines.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. With a 13 on your investigation check, you notice that there's definitely some scorch marks that look like they were from a very simple firebolt. In and around the rocks, it doesn't look like many of them hit the toad. Frog, don't offend these guys. It doesn't look like anyone actually managed to hit the frog with the firebolt.
Interesting.
Should
I?
There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I roll the medicine? I wasn't sure.
Yes, please.
Okay, sorry.
Pietro, though, you also note that there is some other magic being used here, but it's not magic you're familiar with. Yeah.
Well, that's not a stretch. He's not super familiar with.
You know,
much
it's not
magic,
wizarding magic, and it's probably not clericking magic either, as it's not something you've seen Raewyn do, or even vaguely similar to anything you've seen Raewyn do. Raewyn, what was your medicine check?
17.
You see marks of a large sword that look like they've sort of swept through a couple of these creatures. Definitely from a taller creature. Maybe somebody well over 6 foot. And then you also see sort of big axe blows into the side of the frog. Two different places. And just one frog, you notice that there are 2 perfect stab marks right either side of its I don't know what we call these things. They're not gills on a frog, are they? Just the bits that go boop, 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 boop.
Yes.
Yeah, those things. I don't know what they're called. But just either side of its neck, basically. And then you would know that these were the perfect place to stab this creature. 2 tiny little daggers. It looks like this frog was effectively executed.
So someone knew what they were doing.
Skill.
I fear that the band of the dragon may have beaten us at the chase.
It does sound. They did have a rather efficient rogue, a guy with an axe, a guy with a very large sword, and a wizard that didn't look like he could hit the broadside of a bomb. You can assume that magic that you didn't understand belonged to member number 5.
Oh, it would be so fun if they had the exact same classes as us.
I did consider refactoring them somehow in the last moments, but they're not far off, right? They're a bard instead of a cleric. Then we've got a rogue, a paladin, a fighter instead of a sorcerer. They're close. But yeah, you notice that these things have been killed, and there doesn't seem to be any danger forthcoming.
Which way is the water running, by the way, James? Like,
I mean, according to this picture, I think it's running that way, but I don't.
Yeah, I think it's going north to south.
Yeah, but this map is not representative of north to south. Did you mean is it running north to south, west, east?
Yeah, I mean, basically, like the waterfall would be at the opposite way.
The waterfall would not belong to this body of water.
Absolutely. Oh, okay.
You'd know that for sure. That river would be running.
I guess I'm just trying to discern whether or not we should follow the river.
You would know 100% not to bother. It has nothing to do with. So basically, you're heading up to this hill. This is where the dragon is believed to be, right? This stream is running sort of this way, a little bit, and the one with the waterfall, you know, is more running towards the lake. Yeah.
Right.
So it'll be longer for you to encounter. You're gonna have to work your way round the hill before you get to there. And
alrighty,
go back to the map. Yeah, you make your way across the river. I assume it's only a small step. Do that.
We didn't need to pay anyone to ferry us.
No, there's no one there.
No, we can just hop across it.
Oh yeah, we don't have to like do a backflip or something like that.
You can.
Who did the acrobatics? Was it Voxel?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Which player at this table tried to flip from one beam of a side of the river to the other. Please, I'll give you 10 minutes to work it out.
I don't even need 10 seconds.
Now, if anyone is even slightly concerned about getting their feet and stuff wet, Zekis is just going to walk up to the stream and magically divert its flow momentarily with the shape water cantrip.
Oh, thanks.
I think that Pietro will assist in that and perhaps raise the ground in 5 square foot blocks in that area just to like make a little bridge, so that we don't even have to sit down.
Oh, we just need a air and firebender now, and we're all set to go.
Everything changed.
Yeah, exactly. When the frogs arrived.
And this is what they mean when they say teamwork makes the dream work, guys. Oh, yeah, the map's still up.
That's okay. I'm more wondering why.
While you're wondering, I'm very quickly going to fill my coffee.
I'm going to be right back.
Humor seeing my dick. You guys have no idea.
I did incidentally retroactively remember to roll my wild magic check, and I'm okay.
Oh, yes. That is definitely a big part of your character.
Yes, and I just, first time out, forgot about it.
Okay, welcome back, guys. As you move on up the mountain, Lucy, give me a perception.
Yeah, no worries. That's another 11.
Yes. Again. You're just hearing things at this point. You think there's sort of some noise off to the east. You don't really catch it. You can't make it out properly. But immediately the hair on the back of your neck stands up. You feel... No, specifically Toothy, not all of you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't have hair. So.
I think we're 2 out of 5 hair. You're not sure what the sound was, but you feel threat.
Immediately raise my spear and shield, and it's like obvious that like I'm looking around.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
I see nothing.
No. There's something.
Will heed Toothy's warnings.
Okay. Guys, move forward very slowly and cautious. Gonna do a... Oh, no, that doesn't... Yoink. Yeah. At this point, you all hear this very low threat. Ow. Toothy.
Growl, you say?
Yes, Toothy, you may count. Appears to be a very hungry looking to your northeast on the map. These things turn really badly. Yeah. One over here. One over here.
Oh, 2.
You may roll initiative. Yes, as Toothy was looking out for this lion, Pietro, you just see one stalking on the hill above.
Toothy, can't you talk to them?
Do you want us to roll initiative? Is that what you wanted us to?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I think, Rowan, despite the comment, I think you would be very aware that Tabaxian animals are not very alike.
Yeah.
It's just wishful thinking.
Yeah, well, yes, that is potentially.
Sorry, there we go.
Oh, that's bad.
And I will offer you guys the opportunity to swap anybody about should you wish at the moment. Pietro and Velzekis are going first, and Toothy's going last.
A toothy can take mine. It's not much better, but it's better.
You can have mine if you want. So I never like going first.
Toothy and Velzekis.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that since Pietro and Toothy are closest to their respective.
Yeah, I'll tie one down.
And I'll run away from the other one.
Indeed. And they will. Pietro. The line at the bottom sort of leaps out, and as it pounces towards you, it claws down at you, Pietro. 23 to hit.
Ho ho ho. That's gonna hit.
Max damage as well, 9 slashing damage. Make a strength save, please, Pietro.
That would have straight up killed Pietro had he not eaten breakfast.
Downed you, yeah, not killed you.
Yeah, downed me.
Well,
and a
there's
strength
reason why
save.
I introduced breakfast at level 1. Yes, a strength save. It buffers you guys' hit points very well. Good, you're prone. That's what we like to see. And then as a bonus action, as you are down and prone, it is going to bite at you.
Oh, you bastard.
13 to hit, Pietro.
That's a miss, fortunately.
Okay. He tries to bite down, and he catches a very rocky part of your shoulder, and gains no grip on it. You, Pietro, what are you doing?
Is it? Oh, I'm before Tooth and Claw.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Toothy's
well,
about as dexterous as a rock.
Oh, interesting. Well, strangely enough, Pietro's quite nimble for his size.
He's a dexterous rock.
Yeah. But I think what he will do from the ground first, and I don't think that this is at any disadvantage or anything, and I can cast spells from my back, I assume. So
Yeah.
he will raise his rod up in the air, and he'll sort of like bring it down as if he was like smashing a hammer onto this lion's head. He won't actually touch the lion, but he will ask him to make a strength saving throw.
What are you casting?
I'm casting Telekinetic Slam.
Oh. The mighty lion gets an 8.
Aha! So
He's going to lay down
is
with you.
going- Yes, he is. So, wow. Abysmal damage, but he'll basically sort of like swipe away at him to sort of knock the thing back on its ass. And while it is prone, I will spend the 15-foot movement to stand up. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah. Sorry, I was confused by why I played a different track than I asked it to.
Oh, sorry.
And after me to stand up.
With a bonus action, he is going to. You sort of see. So Pietro's mage armor is up, but you'll see as a bonus action, he'll sort of like wave his hand in front of him, and sort of like turn it as if he was holding a shield, and sort of like, if there's any sort of debris or dust in the air, you'll sort of see it swirl around and create a disc-like shape, and he'll be casting. He'll be expending one of his uses of bonus action Blade Ward, which is a Earth Genasi feature, and then he's going to try to back away from this lion.
The lion will, with disadvantage as it is prone, try and attack up at you.
Certainly, yeah.
Ooh, that's an 18 to hit.
Well, that would hit. You know
One
what?
way of rinsing your spell slots in a round.
Yeah, really. Well, I only have one spell slot, but to prevent myself from going down, I might need to actually. I mean, if this thing rolls a 9 again, it'll take me out regardless. I do have. Actually, you're right. A 9 won't. So no, I won't. I'll take it. I'll take the hit.
It's a metagame with the damage numbers, but we know this isn't going to kill you. Just an additional 2 with your resistance. As it sort of scratches against your rocky skin. And you see it gets a little annoyed at this point. And it looks towards a more meaty subject. Such as Boxo or Velzekis, who both look rather chewy. And does that conclude your turn, Pietro? You were moving back a little further, I guess.
Well, I can move 1, 2, 3. I can move back one more, so we'll move over here.
Cool. Tooth and Claw.
All right. So when I plant down my battle standard, is that on the square that I am?
Yeah, you can put it in the square that you're at.
Cool. I'm gonna move over 1. That's 5. Plant it.
Yep.
I'm gonna say to Boxo, hold the line. 5, and then
What?
move over towards this line. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Give me 1 second.
And planning it is a... What? Is it an action bonus
Object
action?
interaction.
Object interaction,
As
which
long
is
as you
action.
No. Object interaction is free. You get 1 on your turn.
Free?
So long as you don't
Okay,
want to
cool.
do something else ridiculous on your turn.
No,
it's a 10
I
foot
will...
radius, is it?
It's 10 foot, 10 foot. And it's
So
on
you're gonna
that
plant
square
it
right there.
There, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit up. I kind of wanted it to, include, like,
It's a
everyone.
10-foot radius, sir.
If
Did
it's-
anybody confirm?
I don't think it is. It's,
No,
not really.
small. It's gotta be like 4 by 4.
That is, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
so that sort of hits everyone.
Yeah.
And then
so
I'm
in
going to
that
take
You get +1 to
AC.
the armor class, but more in this particular situation, they also get advantage on checks against being frightened, is that correct?
Yep,
Oh,
that is correct.
Fear not the lions. And Tuti, as you step forward. So yeah, the only thing you wouldn't be able to do for free in the same turn is like pull a lever. Or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
That would also be an object interaction, so the second one would have to take.
Cool.
You can always
I'm
just
gonna
put down and carry on.
I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay, cool. You're just gonna stand in front of this guy and dodge at him, yes?
Yeah. Hunker down, shield up.
Any bonus action from you?
No.
Okay, box up.
Sorry, I have a cat. I just got a cat on my desk. What's the thing around?
+1 armor class, which you always get when Tuthi is within 10 feet of you. Usually it's that same aura. But also you'll have advantage against being frightened.
Okay.
Just a reminder, this creature
yeah.
is prone, so you would have advantage on an attack against him in melee range.
Oh, bastard.
Disadvantage at range.
Yeah.
This one's prone though.
Get some bravery. Go on, Boxo. This is your moment.
No, it's not.
Alternatively,
This is not
I
my
gave you
moment.
the
alternatively,
AC.
you're not in
I gave
melee
you-
range, so you can disengage. But you did get armor class.
I have the
I
prone
gave you
one.
the +1 to your AC. You'll be fine.
Alright, I will step up,
Roll with advantage.
manifesting my blade in my hand, and I will go to swipe at his face. His face. Its face.
Okay.
Ooh, that is 23 to hit.
Oh, a 23 hit.
check for the crit, man.
Yeah, check for the crit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, 23. That is 12 psychic damage altogether.
Nice, creature's wounded.
And then I will try and run away and hide behind Rayowen.
Great. Yeah. Somebody just realized that the creature's already used its reaction. Right away.
As
You're
soon
all
as
welcome.
Boxo comes behind her, she's gonna hold on. I need to pick my grabby hand.
what the
She's
hell?
actually gonna come up to the lion, and so just leave Boxo back there, and she's going to attack with one of my actions with her hand axe.
Okay, roll with advantage.
All right, so
She's prone.
okay, so 18.
Your 3 damage, Rico, has actually been really impactful.
And then is it advantage for damage as well,
No.
or okay? I was about to say I don't know how that.
Yes,
Oh,
next
that-
one.
It's abysmal. Okay.
That might have something to do with your strength.
Yeah, it would. So that's
cool.
a 2.
You plump
And
2
oh.
damage into this creature.
Yeah. Okay. And then for healing, is that? I guess that's not a bonus
It
action.
depends what spell it is. If you're using healing word,
If you have
that's
a
bonus
healing
action.
word, then that's a bonus action.
Healing word's a bonus action.
But That makes the spell go.
Hey! Okay, so yeah, she's gonna... Who was the one that was hurting? Was it Pietro?
Oh, yeah.
Brink of death.
Is on the brink of death. He got chomped down by a fucking lion.
Okay, yeah, she's going to cast Healing Word on Pietro then. So we're gonna do... That's a 9.
Nice.
Right.
That is pretty good. In fact, that's
Is it
about as
max?
good as a healing word gets. It's not
That
max.
is, yeah.
It's not even max.
No, it's because of the Hearth Cleric getting the extra +2 to healing.
Oh,
Well.
mate. That's tasty.
It's coming pretty huge there, right there. Yeah, speaking of tasty, the lion's looking straight at you, Toothy. And is going to, as it's not quite in range, it sort of does a little circle, and then comes up here and then leaps down at you, bouncing its full 20 feet. But it's going to swipe at you with disadvantage because you used the dodge action.
Yeah, give it a go.
He did. He gave it a valiant effort and got a 13.
Nah.
No, that ain't it, is it?
Nah, it's not.
Yeah, and as he sort of comes down, just bites straight down on your shield. He looks very, very upset and frustrated. Give me a survival check, Goofy.
Yeah,
Or
no
nature,
worries.
your choice, actually. Pretty sure you
Survival.
still choose survival, yeah.
Yeah. 17.
Yeah, you can see this creature is a little underweight. Looks a little hungry. A little worse for wear. It's not had the best of times. You would know that a creature this mountain. I mean, they are mountain lions, by the way. They don't look like these beautiful savannah Aslans that are going on, but those are the token I had. Yeah, these mountain lions, they wouldn't normally attack a band of humanoids unless they're desperate. So he's clearly very hungry and very desperate to have made this attack. Velzakis, you don't notice anything of the sort.
Well, I guess this is not as useful, but since because that lion's still prone, no one nearby, right?
Mhm,
Yep.
mhm.
Prone and wounded.
Yeah.
Very disheartened.
Nice to get rid of the one, I suppose. Probably can't, because I'll probably do 1 damage or something, you know, but... yeah, I
It
will...
would take quite a lot to wound the creature in the first place, so...
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'd kind of rather attack the other one, but I'm still going to do so little
Attack
damage.
the other one?
potentially.
Why not?
Well, because it doesn't... Yeah, if I'm not going to get rid of it, if it doesn't seem like I can get rid of it in one go, then I don't care about this one over here.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just step closer to the middle of the situation here for losing my weak-ass sorcerer self in the middle of all the people. And yes, then I will do the sort of... I think I have words for all these things. Visnaditak! And I do the thing where I reach out and my hand literally disappears and appears around the throat of the far lion.
Choke out the lion! Go for it!
Yeah.
Love that. Is that an attack roll or a con save?
It is an attack roll, and I will use Tides of Chaos to do it with advantage.
Love that. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and give me that attack roll with advantage.
17.
And then give me your wild magic table roll and subsequent...
No, because
I think
it's just a cantrip. So now it will trigger automatically the next time I actually cast a spell.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. Yes, that is
Like,
correct.
so yes, the timing of that we discussed, you're right, but it requires still a leveled spell to actually make it
Yeah, of
happen.
course. That's great. Love that. Of course, it's
But the damage is, as I said, 1.
That is fine. 1 is good. Because you'll note the lion sort of looks down and looks absolutely terrified by this spectral hand it doesn't understand. And as that's happening to him, the other lion, I don't know if you have a bonus action or whatever. Sorry, do you have anything?
No, I'll stay in the little
Great.
globe.
This lion is going to use its movement speed to get up, and then Rewen, it's going to just back away from you. Like, you've never seen a lion like back up, but it does, like back up 2 or 3 steps, and then it sort of stands and it lowers its head like right down to the almost to the ground. It's still with its butt raised up, its tail very low, and then it's going to turn.
no.
It's going to run.
Oh.
It is wounded. It can't win this fight. It's not worth it for the meal. You may make an opportunity attack if you wish, or you may let it go.
I'll let it go.
Okay.
Give it a few coins.
As
She
that one-
starts throwing money at it.
as this one dashes off into the distance. I'll come to Pietro. Pietro, as you look around that corner, you will. I'm just going to move you so that you can look around the corner.
Yeah.
Actually, did I even do dynamic lighting here?
No.
No.
I worked so hard on doing the dynamic lighting here, and then I didn't fucking turn it on.
That's okay.
Boom! Look at that! I did the
Hey.
work. I did the things,
Oh, well then,
guys.
it wouldn't
Whoa,
have
so
affected-
dynamic.
It wouldn't have affected my vision from standing where I was.
No, I don't think so, because it looks because you look down from that point.
Now I can't see anything anywhere in any direction.
Oh,
It's very dark.
that's a strange one. I see a lot.
Can you see nothing, or can it's just dark?
I can see it because we've seen it before, but I can't.
No,
but it's
that's
all
not
dark for me.
Sorry, that's not correct.
Oh,
It just
really?
means that the brightness is too low.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ah.
It just means the daylight is too low. That's all it is. It is daytime. Of course you can see. Yes, Pietro, as you look around this corner, you see this lion sort of that was facing up to Toothy and now sort of looking very terrified by this choking hand in its throat. And it also is doing exactly the same motions. Paws backwards, head down, butt up, tail low. It, it looks...
Well, Pietro is not a merciful man. And
Did you
he
say
will
Pietro is
look
not a merciful man?
Yeah.
What an excellent phrase.
He will look over to the lion and he will say, "Be gone!" And he'll sort of swipe his rod to it, and also telekinetic slam it. Perhaps not trying to crush it like downwards, but trying to like whack it back as he did the other lion to coax it to try to roll away.
It sort of doesn't really notice you as it's so busy dealing with this claw around its throat, and its push on it didn't really do much of anything. Any bonus action from you, Pietro?
No bonus. Oh, yeah, I will actually bonus action. I'm gonna telekinetic shove.
Okay.
Another strength save.
Yeah, alright. If a lion could just look up and go, "Stop that," it would. I'm trying to deal with being choked to death here. Stop with your pitiful wizard shove. But yes, you are done, yes?
Yeah, more or less. Well, let's see if I can. I can also. Oh no, I don't have that feat on this character, do I? Ah, that's the other guy. Yes, that is it. I'm done.
Okay. Toothy, as you stand face to face with this lion, it does something that you've seen Tabaxi do. This is the equivalent of a Tabaxi putting their hands up, lowering their shoulders, and backing away. It's clear that this lion has attempted to bite off more than it can chew, and it didn't even manage that. It seems very regretful of its decisions. It is hungry, desperate, in fact. But even so, you can tell that in its next motion, it is going to spring and run away. What do? Are you also not a merciful man? Do you want to chop its head off?
I say,
Nice lunch.
Pietro, that's enough. The battle is done. It's just a frightened creature. Let's be you in that situation that someone shows mercy to you in your time of need.
I would not try to chomp down on a person and take their head off. Be gone, lion! I said.
And he does sprint off. You guys can take the extra XP. Isn't that nice? No meat to cook, but extra XP. Like that.
I'll take
the
it.
Merciful combat answer, which means 100 each.
Oh.
Shit.
That puts you just shy, doesn't it?
Well, like 45 off.
45.
Something like that.
So I will not take a short break to level you up. We will give it another 10 minutes before we do that. Not to level up, just to take a short break. But yeah, as you turn back to the path, you will note that not only have the lions backed off, but a couple of times as you're headed through, you see smaller lion cubs watching your progress, but not coming.
The babies.
Do we see any hacked up piles of lions?
No, none of those.
Okay, good.
But it cometh the evening. You make your way through these hills and mountains, and you note that you're going to come down off of this one, and then you're going to get to the foot of the hill where the dragon is said to be. Coming down from that hill, you see a river with a large waterfall on the edge. You can camp in very sight of that waterfall, should you wish.
Yeah.
Do we want to be in sight of it?
Well, you're quite a long way away. It's just you
Oh,
can
okay,
see all the way down that.
Gotcha.
In fact, I don't think there's a waterfall in sight on this. There a river though? Oh, no, wrong one. Last week as well, didn't I? Yeah. You can look out and down at the hills. There is no waterfall in sight, but if you imagine it is over there. We're not in the mountains, but AI arts. Is there is a solitary large hill, very large hill, a tall one. Yeah, you guys can camp for the evening. To head towards said waterfall in the morning.
Nice.
Sounds good.
I don't know if I'd have any leftovers and if they'd be good by now.
You got frog. Right?
The frog. I do have frog.
So you'd still have dried rations. You'd still perhaps have some trail bread, which lasts 5 or 6 days. It's a sort of an what do you call it when it hasn't risen?
Unleavened.
Thank you, unleavened bread. Sometimes with like olives baked into it or other things like that that keep it.
Like
might
a
have some packled stuff or some pickled stuff if you prefer. I don't know what's going on with my words right now. They're all bobulated. Anyway, you might have some pickled stuff on you, so you would have some foodstuffs. But you're writing that any fresh vegetables you brought out, I mean, with the exception of like maybe potatoes or any root vegetables that last a bit longer, would be beginning to turn. So I would suggest throwing all of those into whatever you're going to cook, all fresh stuff. You have some fresh parsley to herb, as well as that spice pack from our good friend Julian as well.
Anyone want some frog and parsley soup?
Yes.
Oh yeah, maybe that stuff good to eat.
I guess. I don't know how else to... Or maybe like frog leg roasted over the fire with like parsley sprinkled and other spices from the... Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. I don't
Sure.
need a cooking check here because you already got quite a lot of HP from your morning. But as you all sit around and eat this hearty meal and look down at the waterfall, are you planning out whether you're going through the waterfall or not? You're just gonna approach that problem in the morning. What's the happening at this campfire?
Rayowen's gonna get her little ladle out and kind of just mess around with the smoke coming from the fireplace and just create a smoke image of the waterfall and 4 travelers looking similar to all of us, like standing in front and going, do we want to discuss?
Who did you leave out?
Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I left out myself.
Okay.
Hold on, 5.
Okay. So I was gonna say, like, this is you guys going to solve the problem. This is me on the hill.
This is me over here directing.
Exactly. As you guys look at the smoke images, sorry, carry on.
I was gonna just ask, are we close enough to like the waterfall area that my cartographic earring will be able to pick up the sort of lay of the land that far out?
I didn't put a range on it, did I?
No, there's no range on it. It just says on its own volition, the earring records a map of the environments that the
You
bearer
can
is
map
exploring.
out the world.
Yeah, so I think you would know that the water is quite deep. Coming down from the waterfall. You certainly wouldn't want to approach by water. Obviously, it's also flowing towards you, but that's sort of a given.
Well, I mean, while this is all happening, Pietro's also busted out just sort of like a parchment, and he's trying to draw like a rough map of like.
Okay, give me a
cartography.
Give me a cartographer's tools check. Get the fucking bed. I can't get my words out.
That's a 22.
Fucking fantastic. That's what it is. Topographic map of sort of the approach, and you would know that coming from one side or the other, although they've got a very defensible position in that you can't go through the waterfall without being immediately seen, they don't have any sort of view or outlook on the surrounding paths. So you'll be coming round the hill and into their area, which would mean that your approach is fairly covered. You'd believe that you could get very close. Unless they've got any standing guards outside. You don't see any, like, it's dark right now, believe it or not, even despite the image. You don't see any torch-wielding guards walking around outside. You would be able to pick out those lights. Maybe they've just got really good night vision, or maybe they're not standing guard at all.
And we have an idea of how many there are after speaking to the bandits from before, right?
Yes and no. So you know that him and his brother
sometimes
have three companions that stay with them, who keep guard. You don't know if any other bandit groups might have come in, checking in on them, etc. But you can give me a trade intelligence check. One other person can give me this as well. Anybody else want to be the one? Might have a bright idea.
Relatively smart.
Okay, yeah, Velzekis, I think it'll make sense to you. You've noticed the behavior of other bandit camps. So both of you can give me an int check.
19 from Pietro.
Okay.
3.
Velzekis just didn't. With a 19, you can surmise that most bandits operate during the day. So if you attack during the day, it is likely that any other bandit groups will be out. If you went there during the night, you might get a lot more.
Yeah.
Although your approach might be better covered.
I will relay that information to the group. It seems as though our approach may be covered, regardless of the time of the day. Though I don't believe that the bandits wake up too early. I may be wrong, though.
Do you think they follow the phrase, the early bird gets the worm?
I think if they did that, they may not be bandits. They may have other capabilities.
That's a good point, actually.
I don't get that phrase.
Oh,
there's more than one worm. There's a lot, actually.
Well, it's the worm that counts. Like, it's the important worm.
There's important worms? I mean,
Yeah.
worms are important, but like...
You can think of it as the fattiest, the juiciest worm. Whereas if you don't wake up early enough, you have the small, weedy worms, yes.
The shriveled
okay.
ones that
I get
show up
that.
on the pavement when the sun's out. Yeah, that one.
That makes sense.
So are we
Well-
thinking... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just going to say that Velzekis is sitting there chowing down on these frog legs, like that very lizardy fashion, right? Where it's just sort of like, because it's a giant frog, even the fact that he's a giant lizard, he still looks like a lizard eating a thing. So it's just like half out of his mouth, and he just keeps sort of... and it just keeps like flopping in the sides of his mouth until he breaks it up enough to actually swallow it, still mostly whole. But it's just like... Well, the question, as I see it, is are we going to just take a brazen approach, like sort of split the waterfall and announce ourselves, or are we trying to sneak straight through the water and stand in their living room?
Perhaps we put it to a vote.
I'm going to have nightmares about that frog leg later. We probably shouldn't be brazen. Since, I mean, he is well-renowned and we've already heard that he's powerful, so maybe the sneaking approach. Boxo, we've deemed you the sneaking one. Any insight?
On how to sneak into a waterfall?
Well, if this would be a good time for that skill set.
I wonder if perhaps we can draw out the bandits and have Boxo sneak in before they notice.
That might be risky though, because if not all of them come out, then Boxer's in there by himself.
This is true.
Unless we make a really obnoxious distraction.
As you guys are talking, can I have a perception check from... Well, I keep asking Velzekis, but is Velzekis' perception actually the highest? What's your passive perception?
You mean
Velzekis?
Toothy is the one you keep
Toothy, yeah, sorry, yeah. What are your passive perceptions, guys? I've lost that on my new setup.
Mine's 14.
Mine is 11.
10.
16.
Great. Yeah, and it's also your hearth. It's your campfire, so this makes sense. I will ask you, please, for Raywin, for a perception check.
Oh boy. Okay. That's a 22.
Yeah, you will very swiftly notice the approach of a creature also trying to be stealthy. Oh my god, it's so small on this map. It is not that small at all. It is fairly fucking big. A very large cave bear makes its way towards you guys, and you note that it snuffs at the back of the tent and then immediately steps round, uninterested in the tent and far more interested in you. Before the break, please, I will ask you to roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
You did mention map, but you know that we're still looking at the fire picture.
Yeah, we're just looking at the fire.
No! The fuck? Oh.
There we go.
Campfire.
Hey.
There's a bear.
Oh,
There's a bear. There's a campfire. Get going. Do ye the fighting thing.
Where the heck is the bear?
Oh, I do see it.
Oh, I see it now.
it's well hidden, but quite apparent.
Okay. Do I have initiative from Railwind, please?
Oh shoot, sorry, I was staring at the
Right.
bear.
That's okay.
17.
17. Okay. At the moment, we have Pietro and Velzekis with a 21 to 20, and Boxo and Toothy with a 9 to 3. Anyone swapping? Are we happy with that?
I would like to swap mine with Toothy.
Toothy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, give him the first.
Right.
He seems to be well adept at dealing with beasts.
Okay. Toothy, as soon as you see this creature, you know that, unlike the mountain lions, this creature is not going to back down. It is an angry bear, and you have bedded down right in front of its cave. So it is
that's
going
great.
to try and kill you. With that in mind, what are you doing, Toothy?
I'm getting
So
my
side
shit
note,
and
I think
running at it.
Unbelievable that we have never used this campfire map as a battle map. Ever. Why not? I've attacked you in camp before and then used a different map. Toothy, do your thing.
Yeah, I'm grabbing my shit and running at it.
Okay. By grabbing your shit, I'm assuming you mean your spear and your shield, not like
Yeah.
your handbag and your...
No, I mean my spear and my
I'm
shield.
gonna replace you on the map.
Cool.
And that should give you the little light of light. If any
Beautiful.
of your others' character tokens are not up to date, please feel free to delete them and replace them. Toothy, do a thing, go.
Alright. 5, 10,
Can we get an
15,
initiative tracker there, James?
20.
Thank you.
And then I grabbed my stuff. Is that object interaction once again?
Yeah.
Hey, cool. Once again, I'm going to take the dodge action. I don't
Okay.
want to die.
Cool. You stand right in front of it and dodge at it. Velzekis.
Yeah. I think I will do what I always do. I will try to slap it from a distance with my traveling hand.
Okay, you can tripping.
Yes.
Left myself minorly disappointed.
I know, but I want to try to potentially save it for shield. It's a 12 to hit.
Okay, 12 will hit.
Okay. And that's 2 necrotic damage.
As it goes into this creature, you note that this creature seems very, very healthy. It is vital. And it's sort of just shrugs it off. It doesn't even pay any attention to that amount of damage. Like, it does take it, but it doesn't care.
Yeah, that's too bad. Well, for all I know, there's 12 more of them around here somewhere, but I'm still going to cross to the other side of
There's
the
12
camp
more, Joe.
just
You'll
for-
TPK.
Yes. Well, I mean, it could be one or something, but even that would be probably rough. I'll just step to the other side of the
Yeah,
fire.
okay, and then the bear's gonna stand on its back legs, and it's mighty. It stands almost 12 foot tall as it comes down through two huge swipes at you with disadvantage. Okay, one is a 9 to hit, the other is a 19 to hit.
19 does hit, of course.
Yeah, as it slashes down across you, 14 slashes damage.
Oh.
Yeah, this creature is not fucking about. Railwind, as you see this massive slash come down at Toothy and sort of gash him from shoulder to hip, what do you do?
Oh, I don't have any healing spell slots.
That's
No.
alright, go kill someone.
Okay. Alright. Well, because this bear has rudely interrupted dinner, she's gonna conjure up another fire right under the bear, and she's going to cast Create Bonfire.
Oh, that is
And-
going to both confuse and scare this creature. We like that.
So, I think he makes a dex saving throw?
Yes, bear with me a second. Well, that's the problem. Sorry, I'm going to get a thing. It will be a moment.
Oh, you're all good.
So there, maybe?
Yeah, like right in the middle of him, yeah.
Put it there so that he might back up from it. And he will make his dex save. Not very dexterous bears, that's a 13.
He does not make it. Okay.
Is that your DC?
The dex says 14 on the thing, the hit DC.
Yeah, great. 14 is...
Yeah.
All
Alright. That is a 5 damage.
Yeah, and fire does seem to distress him a little bit. Unlike that choking blow which he's sort of shrugged him, you know, you can see him get a little frightened by it. Any bonus action from you, Rowan?
Oh boy.
And if you have one, you might not at this level. Without
don't
feeling well
know.
available.
Yeah, I don't know if I do actually. Can I move as a bonus
Yeah,
action?
well, you can move, just period.
Okay. I think I'm gonna set myself up, like right behind, like in front, right here,
Okay.
right here-ish. Yeah.
Try and protect anybody from getting past you. I love that. Okay. Voxel.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a bit closer, and then I'm gonna manifest my dagger above the bear
Cool.
for a 9 to hit. I mean, sorry, 11 to hit.
Okay. And 11 will miss, I'm afraid, as he tries to stab in and doesn't quite make it in.
Yep,
Anything else from you, Voxel?
I will go back.
Pietro.
Pietro was gonna do like those like in cop movies where they do like a slide over the hood of the car, but he'll do it over his bed and sort of hide, crouch behind the back of it, and bring up his rod and do his familiar telekinetic slam, hammer crush, strength saving throw.
Creature looks very strong. That is a 15.
I figured it might look strong, yeah.
Is a 15 save?
That is fine, nothing happens. And as a bonus action, actually no, I'm just gonna save that. It's sitting where we want it to be anyway. Yeah.
Lucy.
All right. It might back up because of the fire, so I'm gonna actually, because like if I get hit, I'm down, but that's okay. Then I'm gonna hit it with my spear.
Okay, you guys
There
do
you
have
go.
potions, I believe.
Mhm.
And they are a
Oh,
bonus
yeah.
action to use.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
So
actually
You can, I mean, by all means hit it with your spear, but as a bonus action, you can then drink a potion, right?
yeah, that's a good idea.
Some of you have potions, right?
Some of us.
I have a healing salve, technically.
I know a healing salve I don't think helps you at all.
No,
the
but I do.
manufactured healing helps.
I have a manufacturing potion.
that would help.
Manufacturing potion of healing. Cool.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna do the spear first.
Right, roll a hit.
That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, you know its armor class is 12, so
Yeah.
gonna succeed.
That is 9 piercing damage.
You okay?
Hell yeah.
Big stab, yeah.
And then the healing potion, which how much?
It's a hit die.
It's a hit die? Okay. So
roll
that's
a hit
1d10
die,
for me.
and then add your con modifier to the.
Okay, cool.
Hit dice would.
Where do you?
Just roll me a 1d10.
Where do you
plus
look?
two.
Just hit
Alternatively,
1d10 plus 2.
Yeah, if you hit it, don't actually do it, but if you were to click the short rest button, you'll see how much
Okay,
hit
yeah.
die is. So it's a 1d10 plus 2. Just roll that and then heal
Yeah,
yourself.
I'll do a 1d10 then. Oh, sweet.
Wow.
I get the 10,
Amazing.
and then
Plus
plus
12
2.
healing.
12 healing, plus 12. Beautiful. Yeah,
Conclude your turn, Tuki.
that does. Back
Back
up to
up to
16.
16, that's nice. Velthecus, you see that a full round of combat has passed and the creature is not wounded.
That's not good.
Seems quite intent on Tuthi, but what do you want to do?
I am going to. Boy, I really don't want it to like me more, but I also kind of want to be away from people.
Are you making me a survival check?
Oh, all right. $15.
Yeah, this bear looks equal parts angry and stupid. You can assume that it will just attack the person nearest to it.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I might become the, if I go to it. If I go to too stupid a place, I'll become the person nearest it when it tries to get it from the fire. But let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, I'll get at least a little distance from some of my friends because I'm going to cast a spell and who knows what the hell will happen. I will once again magic missile. I missed my same basic idea, but I in sort of archaic pigeon draconic, he just sort of says Koshvayas Arakes Arili Molek, and these little darts do their business of disappearing and reappearing in his flesh.
Nice.
I will roll them all at once this time for you. Oh, but I can't add the +3 that way.
No, I do it in roll 20.
Yeah, okay. Well, so be it. Anyway, here they come. So that would look like 9 total force damage.
Okay, and as these 3 thud into him, you do see him sort of rock back a little bit. He is just about wounded.
That's good. And then
Just to keep you guys apprised of the situation, we've done 25 damage.
Oh boy.
Carry on if you
And
will.
then, yeah.
Maybe we're doing a wild magic table now.
I got the best one right away.
The best one?
My favorite. The one of the stupid ones we left on, where I turned into a potted plant.
Oh dear. That is not... Well, I mean, I suppose it's good, but also really not good, right? How long does that last?
Just till the start of my next turn.
Oh, okay. It's not a minute like some of the other ones.
No.
Wait, you're a potted plant?
Yeah, like, please describe the spotted plant. I need to know.
Well, no, it does have a specific because there are snake plants that look exactly like Vel'Dakis, right? With that green and yellow variegation. So it's a pretty plain. Well, it's wild, crazy, but I still think it's a relatively ordinary pot, just kind of a little ribbed pot. But at least the tall, sort of leathery, variegated stalks just. I'm gone, and that's what's there. You might probably think for a moment, right? Like as my body kind of like almost wilts that I'm going to do a weird teleportation thing, but instead of disappearing, I just turn into these plant fronds.
And there is Plant Vel'Dakis. Good damage and plant. This bear is going to attempt to get the hell out of the fire by moving around you. Bear in mind, just bear with me a second. It's got a very large turning circle. As it moves out, it's then going to again. This time it's going to try and bite you, Toothy.
Yep.
16 to hit.
16 does hit.
You okay? It'll bite you for 11 piercing damage. And then it attempts to bat you to the side. Oh dear, that's a 21 to hit.
Oh god.
That's Toothy going down, I'm pretty sure. That is another 10 damage.
Alright, yeah.
As Toothy goes down, it gets all up in your face, Raywin. It's your turn.
Oh no. Okay. Alright. Since fire seems to really disturb it, I'm just gonna stick with the same method. I'm just gonna cast a bonfire, but like right under its head, so like almost like as a protective barrier for me too.
Okay.
All right. Oh god. Oh no.
Give me the
Yup. All right. So that'll be 4 fire damage.
Okay.
It's not much. And then, dude. I'm just gonna stay on my ground. I'm just gonna stay right here.
Yeah, there's nobody else to stand their ground.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, I'm gonna try and summon my dagger near the bear again.
you're sticking ranged. You're not going to take the +2.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh, come on! It's got 12 armor class.
I know. You just see his dagger like flickering in and out of existence near the bear, and Boxer just loses his concentration.
Box, put your head in the game right now.
Boxer's frightened.
Yep.
That banner of not be frightened has gone down. Pietro, what doest thou?
So, upon seeing Tuesday go down, I think Pietro is going to become a little bit more concerned. And he's definitely going to expend his last spell slot. Or his only spell slot. But this thing looks quite beefy. And so I'm going to take a big risk, a big gamble, and we're going to cast Catapult. As Pietro will sort of take a rock probably from around like our campfire to sort of like raise up into the air, and it'll sort of become encapsulated with like a pitch black sort of force, and whisper a little chant, and it'll basically fly towards the bear at blinding speed, and he will have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Give me the damage. So a rock slams into his shoulder.
Well, that is
Huge
not
hit.
good.
Oh, you see him rock right back, severely wounded. He also looks at you. For the first time you see fear in this bear's eyes. Pietro, any bonus action from me?
Bonus action. I think I get another excuse of this Blade Ward thing, huh? Yeah, we will Blade Ward as a bonus action. Wait a minute, how many times do I get to use this? Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Actually, never time to use the proficiency bonus. Yeah, I have +2, so I can cast it one more time. I will Blade Ward as a bonus action and pass on my turn to Valdecus.
Okay.
Sorry, to Tuesday Claw.
You notice Toothy is staring on the ground. He's breathing, but you notice he sort of puts his hand over the blood gushing out of him, almost as if trying to keep his wound in. It's not back in the fight. Valdecus, you're popped on till the start or the end of your turn.
Start. It says start.
Great. Okay. Yes. This pop plant manifests back into Valdecus.
Yes, so the leaves wriggle and grow and reshape back into my body, but as they do, as my limbs are reforming, the one arm doesn't even turn into a hand, as that hand is already across the way, grabbing at the bear again, and I when I surged, I regained Tides of Chaos, so I will once again do it with advantage to try to take this guy out.
It's a severely wounded creature.
It's going to be a 16 to hit.
16 hits. Give me the damage.
And a 6 necrotic damage.
Please describe this grisly demise.
Yeah, so as I say, the hand is not there, and it is over, and it's almost still a leaf as it appears at the throat of this bear, but finishes turning into a little tip of the leaf, becomes this claw that is just digging into its neck and almost sucking energy back out of it to finish forming itself back into a hand, and the bear presumably crumples.
It does. And with that, Railwind, you can go over and stabilize Toothy. You guys are going to be in need of a rest. I'm sure Toothy will have to be the first one asleep. You may press the long rest button and then subsequently level up, I believe, as you gain 80 experience points. That should be enough, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad that nobody died for it. We'll be right back. Hello, and welcome back to episode 3 of Elsewhither. Those are the Unchained. Holy shit. I nearly got all of that wrong. Wrong campaign name and wrong episode number. Jack is unfortunately feeling very unwell and has headed off for the rest of the session. He will be back with us next week. Bright and beautiful, we hope. But in the meantime, our party leveled up. Look at that. Isn't that exciting? I wonder if anybody manifests any obvious physical abilities in the morning. Either way, you take a long rest, you will keep watch. No more bears come out to play. Over the course of the evening, Railwin, you would have been able to cut some strips of bear meat and dry it over the campfire for rations. So if you want to add 5 rations to your inventory, you can.
Heck yeah.
That's anyone, not just Railwind. If anyone wants to add 5 rations to their inventory, they can. There's a lot of bear to go around. The following morning, if you want to cook a bear for breakfast, you can. There's a lot of fat to a bear, but it can be a very tender meat if cooked slowly. As the sun rises upon day 3 of our adventurous party, technically day 4, I suppose. Right, because we started at the evening. And, it's about 7 a.m. Bright early rises are Unchained. What are we up to? How are we feeling? What are we planning? What are we doing? Wait, that's not the right question. Bear breakfasts and any weird manifestations of abilities in mind. Yeah, how do you?
Well, assuming that Toothy is maybe just resting in his tent after having taken a wallop the night before. Yeah, I assume we're just sort of all sitting around eating breakfast. And Pietro, I think, would probably turn to Velzekis and say something like he may have been like sort of like staring at him for a lot of the morning, and will just all of a sudden blurt out this: "You're an interesting fellow, Velzekis.
I've made much of people finding me interesting over time.
Yes, well, I suppose I can't quite get a grasp of the nature of your magic.
I wouldn't expect you could.
Could you explain it to me?"
Only as you explain how you walk and breathe.
Biomechanics and so you're saying it's a second nature to you, you mean?
It comes to me by instinct, as much as anything does to anyone.
It's second nature to become a botanical decoration.
Well, sometimes my sorcery is so strong that if my thoughts stray even slightly, I establish some sort of nexus with something elsewhere, and trade places or summon things to me. It's hard to explain.
I see. So it wasn't you that was the plan. You maybe switched the places to blend.
Well, I do find I'm enjoying the sunshine this morning.
Photosynthesis can do that.
Very curious.
I mean, certain things just simply too powerful to be entirely controlled.
Curiosity, can you turn into anything else?
Not at the moment.
That seems a
And you-
limited scale of options.
Right. And you, Boxo.
Oh, Boxer's actually not there.
Oh, where's Boxo?
He's
If
gone
I'd missed the bear
home.
with
No, just
12
kidding.
hours twice, I would have left too. Quiet.
Jeez. Yeah, I think he's probably not too far away from the encampment.
Okay,
But
well,
if there's like trees or stuff nearby, I don't know if there is, based on this picture.
well, I'll call out for Boxo, and when I see him that he's not, I see that he's not there. I'll be like, never mind.
Yeah, so he's probably like over here, and he's kind of like using the trees. He's using the tree kind of as practice as he's like ducking and diving around it, like running up to it and coming back. And he's like in his head, he's like he's kind of like berating himself for not being able to help, and then watching someone go down. And so he's kind of trying to train his body to be more dexterous and evasive.
Can we see him through like the underbrush?
I think as you guys sort of head up, you might hear the sound of occasionally his blade. Even though it's psychic, right? It will make noise when it hits the tree.
Well, yeah, I just sort of wanted
and
to
the
allude to the
rustle of
fact that
leaves.
he manifests these psychic.
You
blades in
do
the first
see him occasionally, but sometimes he just completely disappears out of your vision. And then reappears almost in exactly the same spot. As if he was bonus action hiding and your perception was shit.
place.
Ooh. Rhea was gonna use her
Nothing personal. Go on.
Rhea's-
Sorry, Jay.
It's okay. Rhea's gonna use her ladle and get a pot and just kind of like ding it like a bell that they use for. It's like you're missing the most important meal of the day.
Speaking of which, what the fuck have you cooked?
Oh,
Because I
we're
cooked
eating.
bear is not going to cut it, I'm afraid.
Oh my goodness. I mean, bear bacon strips.
Bear bacon.
Bear bacon!
Bacon
Oh, I like that. Give me a cooking check.
Oh,
For
God.
a bear bacon breakfast.
Bear bacon. Cooking check.
Bear bacon.
All right, we're gonna see how this comes out. 20 boys.
So you all may add 6 to your max HP.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's go.
And not only that, as it was bear bacon. I have no idea if this is going to help you, by the way, guys. You will have advantage on all strength checks and saves until the end of your next long rest. But as I said, I have no idea if that's going to help you. You just faced all the creatures with pounce. So I'm sorry if it comes in completely useless, but fuck it. Maybe Rico will kindly shove you so that you can roll with advantage.
Yeah, why not?
So plus 6 to max HP and advantage to all strength checks and saves. I will apply to these max HP modifier for you. You will need to refresh the page.
Not.
Cool. As a call to the most important meal of the day, does Boxo's resurge?
Yeah, he'll get rid of his blade and he'll come back, kind of like trying to act like he wasn't just ripping himself like into pieces.
You're doing
What are you
okay.
doing? What were you doing over there, Boxo?
I don't suppose you'd believe me if I said I was talking to the tree.
To each their own.
I'd believe that you could talk to a plant, and she's gonna side glance Velzekus.
Josh, have you mentioned in session your magic item, your special? I don't think it was ever in description or anything. I don't want to. I mean, I know.
don't
You can
think
see
so.
them, like the ankle bracelets, as we will call them. But you certainly nobody has any idea of the magical power.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't want to be like.
never.
And so sorry, they're not decorative, right? They look like shackles.
No, they look like shackles that have been
without the chain.
broken,
Oh.
like the chain's been broken, like connecting them. So like
So-
the bit of chain like drags
Yeah.
across the floor.
I'll just do this now because it's been talked about, and I shouldn't have. I should have asked outside session because I didn't want to bring up your thing
go ahead.
first. But if it's
That's fine.
visible, which it would be, right? There's
Yeah.
at some point walking along these days, Belzekus would, of course, rudely, and as now all attention is turning to you, he would turn to you and just say, "If you need some help unlocking those, I'm sure I could get them off for you."
I like look down and then very quickly look up. No. They're fine. Thank you.
Want to keep working at it yourself, I guess.
No. They're fine. Thank you.
All right.
But as
I
you've
don't
taken
understand.
notice, you probably then notice that he's got no footprints behind him.
I don't understand. You wish to wear these.
Sorry,
chain.
Rico, I just want to add to that you also haven't heard the chain clanking. When you
Yeah.
moved. Sorry, Rico, carry on.
Are they perhaps magical in nature? These chains.
Yeah. I mean, they're sentimental, but I think they have some enchantment on them. You see,
may-
he looks very nervous.
May I?
May you what?
Have a look. A closer inspection.
No.
just cock a leg. Like, what's the plan here?
Yeah, like Peter's like as he's talking, he's like slowly like leaning, hunching forward. But then when he says no, he'll stop and go back over. All right. We don't know each other like that yet.
No, we really don't.
At this point, Toothy will remind you that you mentioned something about worms and early birds and mornings, and he can't remember the reasoning or the thematics of it, but he seems to remember it being related to a dawn time attack.
Ah, yes. The bandits. Shall we pack up then?
Yes, we should probably get a move on. And she is going to give Toothy the rest of breakfast that he missed while he was sleeping in as well.
As you guys head down there, it's quite easy to get down to the edge of the hill. It's only a sort of 40-minute walk. And then you can sneak around to the outside. And guys, this might be really, really loud at first. I will turn it down.
Sure.
As you come around the corner, you just see the gushing of this waterfall, and you can see that the way the hill is structured, the waterfall comes quite a long way out from the land, and you can indeed walk all the way behind the waterfall. You can see that as you're coming around the corner, but as you're coming around the corner, you do see a single man. He's sort of resting, he's back against the wall, and he's just staring up through the waterfall at like the myriad of light that's moving through it. The sound of the waterfall is so loud that even when you're 15 foot away, he seems completely oblivious.
Perhaps I could spray some water in his face and then you could push him over the cliff, Pietro. Or into the brook.
We could do this. How far is the fall?
About 60 feet.
Certain death.
That seems a bit rash, doesn't it?
Does it?
I don't know, does it?
You do know these are murderous bandits who've been encouraging all the other bandits to bandit.
These men are...
If you want to try and go non-lethal, I can tell you are probably going to die in this process.
No.
Please try and just kill people.
Let's go in and
time.
sing Kumbaya.
Exactly. None of that. Yeah, is that the plan? Have some water in his face?
It's a something. It's a way of maybe getting rid of one guy without
Excuse me.
full combat
Yeah,
and
Pietro
making a lot
will.
of noise.
Pietro will
Alright.
agree.
What else do I have in my repertoire?
Like, I don't know how close, obviously technically he is to any kind of an edge for the purposes of your shove thing, but...
I mean, he would need to be
Right, I know.
at least 10 feet. And that's if I successfully push him, I think.
He's right. He's on the edge enough that you could just... I feed him.
Yeah.
Well, if we're
That'd be
indeed
funny,
within that distance, I would love to be able to use shape water, which is a 30-foot range, to sort of divert above his head some of the water that he's watching, and just have it sort of blast him in the face so that he's startled, and then see if Pietro can knock him off.
Mm-hmm.
And then you shove. I don't need a save. I don't need a check or anything. And then as he goes over the edge, you just hear all the way down. It is a little audible even over this waterfall. But for the sake of my my ease, I'm gonna put you guys on a map. Oh, let me check. I've turned the dynamic lighting on this time. Have great. Some of you will be in the dark. That is intended. Sort of.
Oh, cute.
Go here, please. Be able to see a box on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Just pile up on top of each other's heads. Josh, you should be able to put Velzekis... put Toothy on the map as well. If anyone doesn't know by now, then somebody can ping for them. I've got to add other things.
We're here.
We are here. Are we 5?
5.
Nope.
That is
5
good.
we be.
A man sort of comes straight over and you can hear him sort of go, "What was that commotion?" With that, he is going to come straight out at you. That is a lot larger than it's intended to be. Down to a real size. And he approaches from here. Who the hell are you?
Oh, you caught me in the middle of my opera practicing. I'm so sorry.
What happened to Buttons? Buttons, you out there?
You talking about your friend?
Oh, that's a really strong word.
I think he may have slipped and fallen. You should check on him.
What made him slip, though? You, wasn't it? You. You're a...
Perhaps the giant waterfall.
There's water all around us.
You're slippery. You look slippery. And he sort of gestures towards Velzekis.
It's like,
Boss, we got company! And you just hear the boss go, "Well, shoot him then. No one's expected." With that, I will simply ask you to... Oh.
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 Oh?
Oh.
Oh.
Fantastic. I will simply ask you to roll initiative. That was so bizarre. It came in with you all having rolled initiative. And I don't know what that was about.
Damn, rolling good initiatives today.
Yeah, me too. I keep going way too high.
When I don't want to.
Box, so I did get it.
Damn. Damn. That's a goocher right there.
Well, there's no point in anyone's... Well, I've got 4 18s and a 23.
Yeah, that's correct.
Does Boxer want to go first? Boxer hasn't been first in any other fight. Boxer, do you want to go first?
You want to go first, Boxo, or do you want someone else?
Yeah,
to
I
go?
think he's trying to prove himself after
Yeah.
what happened last night.
As you hear the command, kill them all, I'm going to turn the waterfall down, guys, just so that it's faint background. That exciting. And this guy at the front looses a bolt straight at Velzekis. And Velzekis, it goes like clear over your head.
Nice.
And with that, initiative begins. Fighting begins. Do the thing. Start the fight. Boxo, do the thing.
Yeah, I will run on over to this archer and try and slash at them. Yeah, just like across their chest, I guess.
Okay.
That's a nat 20 for a 26.
Well, prove yourself then. No sneak attack though, right? Because you didn't bonus action hide. Did you want to go up to the rocks, hide, and then come around the corner with a stab?
No, because then I can't get out.
Oh, you want to get out. Okay, cool. That's absolutely fair.
Yeah, no, it's fine, I don't mind.
In that case, give me your...
Do I just roll normal?
Yes. You give me a normal roll plus your max damage.
Okay. So that is 6 psychic damage on my roll.
Okay.
And then plus 8?
4. What?
Oh, okay,
the
not the
8.
modifier.
No.
Okay,
Just additional 4, so it's 10 in total?
Yep.
Sure, it's 11. The creature's brought to its knees with damage.
Well,
Strike him!
anyways. And then I just kind of like roly-poly myself backwards as I bonus action disengage. And that's me.
Oh, one of them
Having a real problem right now. Combat tracker. Cool. As you roll out the way, he will, with his guts hanging out of him, look up. And he's going to shoot right into the middle of the pack. Pietro, coming to you.
Can I have cast Mage Armor like at the beginning
You
of
would
the
have
morning?
cast Mage Armor at the beginning of the day. Yes, because it lasts all day, right?
Lovely.
8 to hit
An
him.
evil miss. An evil miss.
And then this guy sort of comes around the corner and walks past, and it's like doesn't know who to shoot, and he sort of hesitates for a moment. And Boxo, it's coming at you. 14 to hit.
That is my AC.
With the +1 from
Toothy.
Oh, then yeah.
And his aura,
No?
yes, sorry.
Nothing?
Toothy, you are in Toothy's yellow aura. It should be visible to you guys. It is, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, fantastic. So that misses. And then there's a horrible smell that emits from that bolt as it hits the wall behind you. Pietro, you're up.
a horrible smell. Ugh.
Yeah, he had a stinky arrow, but he didn't hit with it.
So Pietro will sort of raise his hand, and sort of like a very small black orb will appear in the middle, and then he will sort of grab it and pull it down and cast Magnify Gravity.
Okay, you should have an asset for that.
I do. And I'll only be able to catch these two.
Yeah, remind me what I have to do.
I will ping the spell. It's a con save. DC 14.
Okay. Save DC 14. Is there a damage to that immediately?
There is a damage.
Do
Yeah.
they take half if they?
They take half if they succeed.
Okay, I'm not going to bother rolling for that guy then. He is just going to die.
Amazing.
The other one will make a con save, which is
Correct.
a 15.
That is a success. So he will take 6 force damage and will not have his speed reduced.
He is wounded. And he will just sort of shout out,
Yeah.
Foster doing magic!
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. Kill them.
And so, sorry, with a bonus action, I will. I will Blade Ward.
Okay.
Guess we're trying to hit. And that's my turn.
Cool. That
Well,
brings-
actually, I will move a little over here.
Okay, that brings us to Railwin.
Okay. Yeah, at the magic comment, she's just gonna kind of quirk her eyebrows and go, "Oh, someone doesn't like magic," and she's gonna start casting Celestial Burst to just throw light at this guy,
Okay, roll to hit.
and that'll be. Whoa. Okay. 26.
Oh, 26 hits.
Let me see. Da-da-da-da.
Oh, it does persist until the next turn. Sorry. I'm just gonna put that back down.
Damage 7.
Yeah, with a 7, you will kill him outright. He
Nice.
gets down and dies. You do know there are a couple more around the corner. Anything else, should we?
I might position her. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Where are they coming from? Are they coming from that area? Okay, she'll position herself right about there. Yeah, we'll stick there.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
It's Toothy next, Josh, if you will, please.
Yes. He will. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
30.
And then he will. Does he have a few of these? He does. He'll throw one of his javelin at the guy in front of him, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I mean, is that his max movement speed?
It is, yeah.
Okay, I see, yeah.
Yep.
So you're throwing at this guy down here?
This guy.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, roll it.
Yep. That is a 12 to hit.
12 will hit.
Oh, cool. That will be 9 piercing damage,
Okay.
I think. And then that's it.
Fantastic. He is severely wounded. We come to Belzekis.
Alright, wanting to see, especially seeing that Toothy has run and attacked somebody who's not visible to him, Velzakis will move up a bit. 5, 10, 15, next to Raywin. At least be able to see these two separate folks now. Oh, he's really, really hurt. Still better to finish him off first? I think probably. No, I'm gonna get the other guy. So, I will from here. This is huge range, right? Yeah. I have not gotten around to working out crazy nonsense language for my verbal component for Chaos Bolt, but I will be casting Chaos Bolt at initially. Hopefully it will bounce, but we'll see. At the not as hurt or hurt at all guy.
Okay, Joe, I can never remember how this spelled up, so just do the thing and tell me what happens.
Yep. I will. It's an attack roll. I will.
D8s and attack rolls and saves and all sorts of besides.
First off, I will use Tides of Chaos to get advantage.
Not that.
And then I will make the attack roll.
Yep.
And then let's start from there and see what happens. Because if I don't hit, it's no good at all. But a 21 will surely hit.
Oh, a 21 hits.
And I'm going to roll some of these things physically just because I can't look at the numbers and think properly if they're all in little screens. So it's 2d8 plus 2d6. My d8s are not the same, so it does not bounce. But I get to choose. Damage type, it probably doesn't matter on these guys. It's either Psychic or Thunder. Let's
Hey
just do
guys,
Psychic.
welcome in,
We've made
friendly
enough
here.
cards.
Thanks for the raid. I appreciate you. It's nice to see you guys. Carry on, as you were. We're currently casting Chaos Bolt, the most complex spell in the history of life. I was in Friendly
wonderful.
Here's stream recently, and they were also trying to work out Chaos Bolt. So it's nice to see it come full circle. What happens to this guy?
It's pretty simple in the end, really. This guy just takes 17 psychic damage.
Oh, this guy just dies. Okay, cool. I like that. That's a nice. We like it when that happens.
I thought that was
he
alright.
just execute a guy. Why not?
I would have liked to bounce to the other guy, but nah, that's fine. And then I will use my remaining movement to go over closer to Pietro and maybe get some cover from arrows and things.
Okay.
However, now that it's done,
Oh, surge.
and this probably should happen before I move, if it matters. Let's see what matters. Keep rolling really low. Oh no! I just get to jump around. So I don't know of any place I want to go that's any safe. So I can. I wouldn't even have had to move. You would have just seen me come here, and I throw this thing, and then the surge of magic sort of reflects back on me. And by the way, as this ball of energy goes towards him, it's kind of like it kind of goes like tip, 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 across space, where like every time it flashes out of existence and back, it's a different energy, like in a different color. So like fire, and then it's not, so forth, and then hits him as it's just brain power, and then I'll just disappear and I'll go further into the nook because that's what I got. Teleport to 60 feet.
This bandit, it sort of realizing that he is left alone, and he's not really sure what to do, and he got a javelin hanging out of his hip. He looks back at the boss, and you can see him make a conscious... Well, only Toothy can see it, but I'll let you all know. He's making a conscious decision as to whether to run back to his boss. Who's he more scared of, his boss or you? And then, in the end, he reaches down to a flask at his hip. And he's going to step around to the side and lob it at you all. I can't move him for some reason. Oh, there we go. Magnify gravity while it's present. What does it do? Rico, you're muted.
Muted.
That is really not helping.
I will ping it again, but all it does is sort of pins down anything that's not being worn or carried within the space.
So yeah, he throws this flask across, and it just drops like a sinking rock in the middle of the magnified gravity. You can see him like utterly confused, and then he just takes cover. I need a dex save from Toothy, please. I think this will come out of the right size. I don't think it's from anyone else.
He got a 15.
Have a look. Yeah, so that's going to come out right here. That's nice, isn't it? So it explodes in the middle. This fire just comes straight out with a 15. That is a successful save. Toothy will take no damage. He, however, will take 28 fire damage. As he's basically just fireballed himself with a bomb. As he lobs it in, they just boom! The magnified gravity sink it to the ground. You know this could have done huge amount to you guys. But magnified gravity sink it to the ground. He just... and when the air clears, Toothy is sort of standing behind a rock, his shield up, and this guy is just a burnt cinder. You can see his arm is still outstretched, black and charred, the skeletal hand. He's just there, as he's smouldering and subsequently dead. We're going to do a little scenic bit of cinematography here. So I'm going to throw you guys a little further down the hallway to confront this bandit king, whoever he is. You may, from these positions, you can see him and his. He's got a guard dog. If you can't see him, pile in with Boxo. You can see there's a guard dog, him, and what looks to be his brother standing a little bit to the side.
Yeah.
If you guys want to move 10 foot in any direction, you may before I change our screen briefly.
10 foot, you say?
I'm happy.
I like this.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
I'm less happy. I'm gonna go there.
I am happy.
Sorry.
Oh, that's good.
We're going to go to a little bit of thematic scene. This is what you see as you approach. Up above him on on a sort of little cliff edge is a large, sort of 5 or 6 foot tall skull. It has dark green glowing eyes and a small flame wraps around it. Everybody's left the roll 20. Is that a bad thing?
I'm reloading it
I'm
because
here.
nothing was showing for me.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
ready.
But I'm here now.
Okay, great. You guys just reloading. That's fine.
What in the world craft is
I
going
said,
on?
we're here, and then suddenly everyone left. I was like, they're not here anymore. Okay. So it's a 5 or 6 foot skull, just sat up the top.
But humanoid shaped skull?
Yes. Green flaming eyes. And immediately, Velzekis, you will detect that it is projecting an image larger than it is. It is like it is an illusory image behind him up the top. And standing at the bottom, clutching a much smaller version of the skull, the man whose eyes reflect the very green of the skull. Another group comes to visit. See, why do I have to keep telling you all? Leave me alone. My business is my own. As a group, please give me a charisma save.
Oh.
Each one of you feels almost like scratching the back of your head, as if somebody is trying to enter into your very mind.
That was bad.
Wait. Can I use an inspiration?
Why not? Deal it to the table. Where did you deal it?
I dealt
but
it on the
didn't
table.
Go anywhere.
Oh. Count your blessings, not your problems. Count your own blessings, not someone else's.
And a D4, is it? Oh, there we go. It finally 10. Go ahead and roll your D4.
Fuck me. It's a 1. 12 on the charisma save.
As Raewyn and Velzekis... sorry, did you say 12?
Yeah.
Raewyn and Velzekis, you feel the urge to turn around and walk away. And you feel a steady hand on your shoulder. And Uthi sort of reassures you to stand fast. It's trying to enter your brain. And as part of his sort of paladin aura of advantage against being frightened, this is somewhat similar. You feel your mind sort of almost insulated as soon as you realize, much like you realized that skull was an illusion. You're able to resist. You see him. All that's worked thus far. Yes, sometimes people just need to die. What brings you to my cave? You're not heroes, are you? Saviors of the common folk. Is that what's going on?
You're damn right.
Let me guess in your wonderful, stupid imagination. You slay the bandit lord, head on up the hill, heal a dragon, become rich and famous, and off you go. Oh, simple as a thief.
Well, if your cronies are anything to go by, then you should be easy.
My cronies are anything to go by, then the most of humankind are pitiful, weak, and useless. And as he says this, you'll note that his face sort of almost goes slightly ethereal back. You note that he is not quite as human
He's a
as he's...
ghost.
Or a lich, or something in between. Yes, and as he says this, you see the skull begins chuckling. His hand. And I will ask for a wisdom save against madness from the lot of you, please.
Oh,
Madness.
Magnus
Wisdom save. Oh.
Fingers crossed.
When I
Oh,
search,
no.
I get tides back, so I will
No.
advantage myself on this.
Oh no.
Oh man. I'm afraid we're all crazy here.
Oh, I rolled 2 10s. Great, thanks.
come
Nice
on.
use of advantage.
Fucking table. Bloody 2014 book. The table is not working functionally anymore. Okay. Who got below a 12?
I got a nat 1.
Here.
Good.
I'm
Oh.
crazy.
Toothy and Raywin are
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, if you can roll me a D100.
Oops. 87.
43.
And boxing.
Yeah.
You got a nat 1, so I need the D100, please.
Oh, you said everyone else roll a d100. Sorry.
No, everyone other than Railwin and Toothy who would... Yeah.
My bad, sorry. That is a 46.
Okay. Velzekis and Boxo immediately start sort of talking out loud to themselves, incoherently in a language that neither one of you speaks, just babbling. Crazy. And at the same time, Pietro, you simply are sort of grabbing your head and like trying to get something out of it. You will be stunned the first round. Boxo and Velzekis, I'm sorry this affects one of you a lot more than the other.
Oh man, and I moved myself closer to them as well.
You will be in... Well, that doesn't matter because it's not going to affect you, but it will mean that you are incapable of speech or spell casting for the first round. At that point...
No, my alert spell. Alarm spell.
Yes, not your entire sorcerer.
No,
if you
I
have
know.
spells that do not have a verbal component, you may cast them. But that is highly unlikely at this level.
Only shape water.
Yes, okay.
That is water, to be
There's
fair.
a waterfall.
As we return back to that previous map, ask you please to roll initiative.
If I roll a nat 20, can I break out of the stun?
You're not stunned.
Oh, I
Gosh.
thought both of us were
You
stunned.
and Velzekis are babbling and incapable of speech or spellcasting. Pietro is stunned.
God.
Okay, sorry.
An initiative, he was 6, yeah? Okay.
Oh, God.
Does anybody want to swap any initiatives or go?
Goosey got a 6. I will.
You'd rather be stunned later, would you?
Actually, yeah, maybe that's not a good thing.
I'll swap with him.
So Boxer will go down to a 6. Tutti up to 14.
He can protect me.
You do see in front of him is a mad-looking hound that seems intent on trying to kill you. Again, this music isn't all balanced, so I'm sorry if some of it's really, really loud. But as battle starts, Pietro, back in your mind, and you are unable to act for the first round. But as your turn is immediate, you will be able to. Your stun will end the end of your
Nice.
first turn. Toothy.
He will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Run on up and we'll start attacking this wolf, I think.
Okay, it's just a dog, but yes. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, dog. With slashing, piercing. Let's go with his cat claws. It's all the same damage.
His cat claws do the same damage as his spear?
1d6 plus 4.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen Toothy do that before, but... Okay, here we go. I got music now. I've got music. Fantastic. As I said, guys, I'm sorry it's not all balanced. I will try and fix it if it comes into now. Toothy, please go ahead and roll the hit on the dog.
17 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
That is 7 slashing damage.
Yeah, as this dog sort of raises up, you sort of, of course, swipe across its throat. And you just see suddenly the man is completely enraged. Just Darmian sort of, you'll pay for that! I love that hound.
Oh, he's dead? Oh, shit.
Oh, it's dead.
And then the main guy's gonna come for Toothy, so that's fine.
We've had the movement speed.
He used all his movement speed. Yeah, I think that's him.
Well, Zekis. First round, you are incapable of normal speech or spellcasting.
I know. I can still maybe do a thing, but it's still going to be quite difficult to get to where I need to. I could do it. I'm really angry at how easily they've overcome my mental state here. Yeah, he's not happy about that. So I will. I can never. Can't you measure and move at the same fucking time? I can never do it right.
Can you? And with your clicker, you pick up your token and then right click.
Ah, there we go.
You can also like
I
tap right click
should.
to move around.
I should be able to run to there.
Yep.
And then
You get
bonus action, disappear, and go 15 feet further.
Okay.
Because that's not a spell.
Yeah.
Use the
Teleport
sorcery
them in
point,
there.
obviously. Reappear next to this guy and try to bite him in the face.
Love that.
Hell
Now,
yeah.
you
As
have
he is not expecting this, go ahead and roll with advantage.
delightful. Now, you have previously told me I might be allowed to use my dex instead of my strength for these, but that you can take that back.
Yeah,
if you want.
no, you can definitely do that.
Okay.
That's-
So then it will be like a, like I'll just use my dagger thing for the attack roll here. So it's a 16 to hit,
Oh, 16 hits.
and it will do d6.
By the way, you've
plus-
said at this point you've seen this bandit say nothing. He has a little face mask on, and his eyes are almost like slits above the mask. He says nothing and doesn't make a sound as your claws go into him. The damage is
bite, so it's a 5 piercy bitey damage,
yeah, okay.
and then I get a couple of temp HP.
Complete your turn, doesn't it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I can't take enough into action, but I'll have to wait until he's taken his first round.
That don't
Waited
sound
too
good.
long. No,
I
it's
don't
not.
like that.
For those of you who I'm using, I've forgotten to rename the token. So it says Bandit Captain. All his abilities are pretty much different. So don't think too hard on that. I know most of you don't anyway. Sorry about
That's
that. Is there
lame.
anything else?
No, I just realized that the biting is bizarrely a bonus action, so I can't do both.
You can always take a bonus action as an action if you wish in my games.
Okay.
So yeah, you can always like healing word and
Well, I
Mother-
appreciate
and
that.
drink a
I just
potion,
thought it was
whatever,
like
yeah,
an attack, so I
Yeah,
just assumed
no,
it was an
that's
action.
yeah, it's a bit weird, but whatever. This guy is going to walk up towards Toothy, and he sort of draws this long scimitar. Green flames crackles along the scimitar, and he holds it almost in a sort of very classic noble's fencing position. You first, I think. And he sort of flicks it faster than Toothy can really expect, and that's an 18 to hit. Dealing 5 slashing and 3 fire damage.
Yeah, you'll have to
I'm
update
doing it, I'm
him.
doing it.
Oh, I could do the one on the roll 20 though.
No, it's fine. It'll update on Roll20 automatically.
Okay,
It'll
yeah, I
break
see.
everything if you try and do that. Fantastic. And then with his other hand, he's sort of holding a dagger, and with disadvantage, he's going to flick it at you, Boxer. Disadvantage because he's got somebody up in his grill. So that's a 7 to hit.
That will miss. Into the void.
Ooh, I gotta zoom out so I can see the skull swirling.
Mhm.
Ooh.
So cool.
Oh yes, for the sake of stream, I really should have done the animated. If you haven't got animated graphics on, guys, the entire map is animated. So if you want to turn that on briefly in graphics, you'll see like the waterfall inside the cave fall, the fire swirl on the skull, and all that sort of stuff. And this is a delightfully happy piece of music for this moment. As he is going to sort of open his mouth, and it's horrible. His mouth kind of opens way wider than it should. It's actually the skull that is going to breathe out a thin line of fire at Raywin.
Oh.
It's the same man as his dagger. I'm just going to do that. Raywin, that's a 22 to hit.
Nah, that doesn't hit.
So,
Yeah.
you'll take 1 plus 3, 4 fire damage.
4 or 5. Okay. Okay.
And that's his turn over. And that brings us to the brother. And you see this. This is way too happy, please. Such a shame. You'll see the brother sort of draw his rapier and be ready to slash out at you, Volzekis. And then as he raises his rapier with his left hand, he just stabs you twice with a dagger. first one will be with advantage, but I'm pretty sure a dirty 20 will hit either way. So that is 5 piercing damage.
I can talk at the end of my turn, right?
Yeah.
Biting this man's blood in my mouth cleared the babbling out of my face. Because with Toothy's +1,
Oh, you can shield.
I can shield that, and I will. So, in a panic, much less cool and evil than the other things that Velzakis does, he snaps to the most protected, secluded environment he can imagine, and he does call out some nonsense that I can't remember what it is. And he around him appears a whitish, translucent, quite clearly an eggshell. That protects him
Oh.
from blows.
He's Yoshi.
That's wonderful.
Whatever he is, he's not stabbed.
Right.
It's the first dagger misses. He goes for you again. This time with a straight roll.
And-
goes for a miss.
When he casts shield.
Oh yes. Well, magic surge.
Wow. I cast Phantom Steed.
Ooh.
So
Well,
now
same fucking day, wasn't it?
I zapped in a weird horse next to me.
Yeah. I think I have a. That's a little dramatic. And we'll use it for now, but it's a little dramatic.
Oh my
fine.
goodness.
That is not what I was expecting to find when I did that click.
I love it.
Ridiculous. You just summon that over there. He just sort of just glances over again. He's like, and then you just sort of, if he could talk, he'd say something. When you can see, he's like, but even the main captain of the, what the fuck is that? And then, yeah, he's going to try and kill you with a scimitar. And I did. He's so distracted, he just sort of waves it around. Rayoin, a horse appears in front of you. Phantom and looking absolutely delightful. What do you do?
Okay. Just like plants, horses, and eggs. Oh my! And she's gonna come up into the circle. Let me see. Hold on. How far away is that? I'm gonna say like right about. Yeah, she's gonna move 20 feet. So shoop shoop. Gonna move right about there. And she is. Oh wait, first, how is Velzekis looking after that hit? Or was he hit
Velzekis
enough?
hasn't been touched.
You didn't get hit. Oh right, you're an egg now. Okay. So
In an egg.
I'm
He's
not an egg.
actually
I'm just in an egg.
no.
I feel like checking.
So Rhea, when you are an egg now.
Oh, fair enough.
She's gonna cast. Oh god. She's gonna cast Guiding Bolt at the captain, I think.
Okay, can you do me a favor and just measure a line in any direction?
Just to
Clear
clear
off the- Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Let go.
Boop.
Thank you. And then roll to hit.
Okay. Please. Oh my god, that was a nat one.
Yeah. So what happens is, as this bolt comes at him, the skeleton just moves over and just eats the entire bolt.
Oh no.
It dissipates into nothing. It's a question. I don't think so.
As a bonus action, well, since Velzekis is an egg, I mean, in an egg, and then Toothy Boxo, she's gonna cast, as a bonus action, Sanctuary.
Just to make you aware, Sanctuary ends when the target deals damage.
Oh, shoot. So probably
Considering
not.
everyone is going before the enemies, I probably wouldn't do that in this situation if I was you.
Never mind.
It's great
Yeah,
when
I
someone
forgot
who
about
doesn't
that.
do damage, or is like gonna put things on the ground or something, or like do. You haven't got anyone who's gonna do that quite yet, I don't think.
Got you. Alright, then, yeah. She's just gonna stick next to her new friend, Horse. And
Box
we're
up.
good there.
Yeah, I will run on up and attack the main guy.
Okay. fuck, sorry. Can I just put you back again for a second?
Sure.
I meant to take the legendary action, and then I got confused by whether we do Sanctuary. As a legendary action, the skull, the illusory skull up top, is going to look down at Raywin and ask you for a wisdom save, please.
I feel so targeted.
Good.
Alright. No, what? Oh! That's a 25.
Okay. You feel this sort of insipid words trying to enter into your mind, but you shrug it off. You're having none of that. Your friends are in danger. Oh, so please carry on as you will.
Yep. That is a 25 to hit.
Oh, 25 hits.
Okay. I think it's still just 1d6.
Shit, you do so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You think about this when I set up the encounter.
That's 10 psychic damage.
No, it isn't. It is 20 psychic damage. With your sneak
I
attack.
thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, me too.
Did you sneak attack, Josh?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see like there's a connection between the skull and him, and they both scream as your dagger goes in. And he sort of, and his mind sort of racks. 20 psychic damage is a huge blow.
Crikey.
He hasn't been hit, and suddenly he's like near death. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that's how it feels.
Yeah.
He's not
And then
actually
I will do a backwards handstand as I disengage the rest of my movement speed.
as you go away, he sort of swipes wildly at you and doesn't quite catch you. His dog is dead. Pietro, unstunned. Begin the game.
Ooh, unstunned.
Jay, I am aware we're overrunning a little bit. We will clear up as soon as we can.
Okay.
I'll try. So quickly, Pietro is going to go to the old standby, Magnify Gravity, but first he will bonus action telekinetic shove or pull Velzekis back 5 feet to maybe stand next to
Velzekis
him.
will, I'm assuming, allow this.
Yes.
Okay.
And
go ahead.
then I will place the Magnify Gravity. Kaboom.
Beautiful.
Strength saves, please.
Can you ask me for a con save last time?
Con save, please.
Okay, you can choose which one it really is, but yes,
No, it is con. It is
I've got a. I didn't mean to roll twice. It's just a 13.
A 13?
And a.
Well, there's two of them.
And an
Oh,
18
sorry.
for the brother.
You bastard. 13 will fail, 18 will succeed, 12 force damage.
And does he go somewhere or something?
No, but because I have a gravity well, I can push him back, and I will actually push the captain back.
Okay.
And
does he
that's
look restrained or something?
No. That's a different spell.
Oh, okay. Cool. Sorry, what was the damage?
12,
12 and half to the other guy, yeah?
half to the other guy.
Okay. Cool, that's a really effective gun. 2 feet. It's you, Josh.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, he
enter.
will. Yeah, he'll go up to this guy, I think.
Okay, the brother.
Yeah, and stab him with his javelin.
His spear.
Oh yes, spear. Sorry, yeah, spear. He's got a shield in his other hand, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he can't two-handed. Okay,
Well, there.
that's a 9.
Yeah, 9 ain't cutting it.
Yeah.
Any bonus actions,
Yes. I suppose Rally can't work on himself unless he counts himself as a friendly creature.
Give me a second, I'll read them. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to extend a security guard to go on a friendly creature who can see or hear you. Temp HD could already die. It says to bolster the resolve of one of your companions in the extended description, so no.
Okay. Yeah, then that's him.
Okay. Fantastic. Velzekis.
Feels like it just looks across to Pietro after having been pulled by him and just says, "Thanks for saving me the trouble." So he didn't have to flash away from the guy. He will run over and climb onto his horse.
Because why not?
You'll
that's
let
so
me know
beautifully
when
on the
I can-
token as well.
when I'm allowed to ride him away, but before
So
I
the
even try
steed
to.
goes on your turn, so it can just move as soon as you get on it if you want.
Cool. Well, before I disappear, I will turn back and throw warbling nonsense, changing as it goes, energy at the skull-wielding captain.
Okay.
And again, surged, got me tides back, so I will do it with advantage. Chaos Bolt, advantage attack coming in. Ah, shit. Oh. On my screen, it's a 2 and a 3
No.
on the die, but the numbers that came through are obviously much better.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, it's a 3 and a 20.
Yeah, 3 and a 20. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. It's not gonna bounce,
Good.
which is good.
What's the damage type?
The damage type is either 4 or 7, and that means I can do psychic, which is 7.
Hey.
Okay, give me the damage. Why are you gonna one-shot my boss? A first
Hell
level
yeah.
creature. 2 hits and it's dead.
16 psychic damage plus whatever
With the dangerous crits?
No, so it would be
Just the base damage.
right. 16 is just the roll,
Okay.
and so then it would be
That's the top possible.
22 more
It's 38.
for 38 psychic damage.
And that's
double
before it
repeat.
gets doubled.
Yes.
Okay, well I thought 90 hit points was a humongous amount for an enemy at this level. I guess not. Fuck it. As this sort of bolt blasts in, even Veldekis is a little bit surprised.
Oh, yeah.
When this sort of secondary bolt just flies in. The illusory skull lets out a huge scream. You will see him sort of, like, he's holding his skull and he almost like staring into it as the two of them sort of scream at each other. And then his head and the skull will simultaneously explode.
Ooh.
And not only that, I mean, I suppose Jay can say thank you for expediting the combat. Because his brother is an animated creature.
Oh.
You will see when his mask slips down, his mouth is stitched together. And he has little bits of bone coming through as he has raised his brother as his minion. And as you stand victorious over the fight. Hope you guys aren't going to hit level 3. That's where I'm at.
I'm like
two
planning
levels in one turn.
gallop away the horse only gets like 2 steps of a gallop, and then I just sort of slow to a canter and sort of, not bad. That's what they get for insulting my aspirations.
I'm okay. It's not going to level you. It is 180 experience points each.
Wow.
Wow.
100 for clearing the bandit cave. The 200
Wow.
plus the 30 I didn't
What?
give you for the original fight. So it's 310 in total.
Holy guacamole.
So I think we should be on 645.
That's what I have.
Cool.
Wait, it's 310, right?
Yeah.
Yes. It's in total.
Alright, 645. Yep.
We will search around the cave, find the timepiece, and see the results and pull out of it all next week. But now we're going to move straight to MVPs. We had a really genuinely fantastic recap from Rico, who got a
Oh, thank you.
D4 for it, which he then subsequently used in session. Excellent on that stage. So Jay, it'll be you first with the MVP, please.
Oh my goodness. Velzek is turning into a plant. I was not expecting that.
It's a pretty simple one, that wasn't it?
I
really
enjoyed it.
I hope that all of the wild magics are equally fun, even if they're not particularly useful. Like, I know that sometimes it can be a little frustrating when things don't go right with the dice, but it was really nice to see everybody just embrace it as great fun. Joe.
Oh, by the way, also, I that was that advantage that gave me that, so I surged on that. But I merely what happened in that moment there of incredible triumph. Also, weird random bits of mismatched armor have teleported onto me as I gained resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage for the next hour. So I had a number of things written, but I've just got to give it to Chaos Bolt. I've always wanted to play Wild Magic Sorcerer and use Chaos Bolt, and it's fucking awesome.
Yes, it has been very good so far. 17 and 76 as his first 2 damage rolls is setting quite a high bar with no bouncing.
Yeah, right.
Josh.
Yeah, I was also going to say the plant. That was a lot of fun. But to say something different, I really liked the guy who just blew himself up. He's like, "You fools!" and he's like, "You are the fool, actually."
He didn't know that magnified gravity was going to ruin his flask. I had intended to weaken you guys, but I thought that was such a cool concept that I let it be a full fireball instead of a 2d8. And then, just let him die in his own flames. Obviously, Jack isn't with us. I'm sure his MVP was himself, because he was great today. Rico, your MVP.
I also had a few, but I will relegate it to one because we are running over time. And so I really like the very simple but effective tactic of pushing a guy off the edge of cliff.
Mm-hmm. I liked it because he got to scream and put everybody inside on alert.
Yeah, but I mean, it also eliminated one person from that fight.
I will flick through a few purely because I gave out inspiration for all of these things. So the first was Jay's response to the plant, which was, is it second nature to become a botanical decoration? In fact, I said I've given out inspiration for all of these, and I haven't given out inspiration for that one. There we go. Which is Joe's one. Which was just the you said I've got some nonsense written down, but I really like the nonsense written down. People don't verbally spellcast enough in D&D. It's fucking great fun. I love it.
It felt right for this character, so I'll try to do it most of the time, but I won't beat a dead horse about it.
That's okay. Speaking of horses, that horse was fucking hilarious. I had no idea that image was quite so spectacularly ridiculous, and it is now going to be the one that appears every time you cast that spell. I think it is suitably ridiculous. Jack's use of Nepeta instead of parsley was absolutely genius. I had to Google it. It is the official botanical name for catnip, I think. Or
is it really? Wow.
That's hilarious.
Really clever jump over. I'm assuming he also Googled, is there another name for catnip? I'm hoping that just wasn't sat in Jack's head. But the idea that the cat calls it something different was just, there were so many levels of clever going on. I gave out a D6 for that one. Our first D6 of the campaign. But also, partly Jack and partly Joe, with Joe saying maybe they were trying to encourage the bandits to do something better with their time by cutting the bridge. And Jack going, that's pretty clever. And Joe going, no, it's not. And Jack went, it isn't? Which is just a beautiful little exchange. I love that. All in all, a fantastic session, guys. You did great. You got a shit ton of XP today. That won't happen every week. With that, that is where we're going to end. So if you guys would like to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
We shall see you soon.